There's one thing that will forever change the way you sleep, and it's the softest 100% organic cotton bedding from Boll & Branch. You'll fall asleep faster, wrapped in the most luxurious comfort. You'll never sleep hot again with airy blankets, cloud-like duvets, and breathable sheets. You'll experience pure comfort on night one and feel your bedding get softer with every wash. Discover the difference with 15% off your first order at bollandbranch.com with code Cumulus. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
Bombas makes the most comfortable socks, underwear, and T-shirts.
Warning, Bombas are so absurdly comfortable you may throw out all your other clothes.
Sorry, do we legally have to say that?
No, this is just how I talk, and I really love my Bombas.
They do feel that good. And they do good, too. One item purchased equals one item donated.
To feel good and do good, go to bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/listen and use code LISTEN at checkout.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom Records presents the ultimate kick-ass collection. It's the greatest hits of the cowbell. You'll get 'em all. Mississippi Queen from Mountain. Honky Tonk Women from the Stones. Lowrider from War.
Yeah.
Down in the Corner from Creedence. Finally, rock's most underrated instrument steps up front. It's Kick-Ass Cowbell, exclusively from Bob and Tom Records. You'll also get Alky the Clown's famous talking cowbell routine.
Hey, how are you today, Clarence Cowbell? Oh, is that right, man? Me too. Hey, Clarence, you want to watch a cartoon? Yeah, me too. Yeah, let's roll the cartoon, all right? Oh, God, I got a headache. All right, roll the damn cartoon.
Plus, you'll get the cowbell's greatest Olympic moments. It's Kick-Ass Cowbell from Bob and Tom Records. This collection goes beyond any previous cowbell compilations, featuring remixed classic tracks where we turn up the cowbell. It's Led Zeppelin.
There's a lady, all it glitters is gold, and she's buying the stairway to heaven.
The Beatles.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay.
You want cowbell? We got it. You'll be moved when you've heard this collection. Act now and get rock's greatest bells and whistles, featuring Molly Hatchet, Steve Miller, the Scorpions, and of course, the theme to the Andy Griffith Show. It's Kick-Ass Cowbell only from Bob and Tom Records. No cows were harmed making this record, unless, of course, you count the cheeseburgers we ate in the studio.
Hey, are we actually as awake as the music is implying? Oh, God, no. No, there's no.
No one can sing like that this early.
No. Hi, how about you? It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Chick, I would argue the ladies and the band here haven't gone to bed yet. That's why they've got so much.
That's why they're playing and partying and listening to throaty. Yeah. There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Oh, Pat's been here for a long time working hard on some stuff.
Really?
Yeah, we got some corrections to make in song, that sort of thing.
Is that right?
Yeah.
A little time travel.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
Once again, one of the rare shows where we're skating at full strength.
Oh, not for long. Part-time's leaving town today.
Oh, yeah, well, nobody needs more time off than him.
Now, Josh, is this 4 days in a row now for you?
Boy, has it been that many?
Okay.
Oh,
it's good to have you back.
Yes, thank you.
I just got a letter from a good friend of the show who
you must be winded.
Just got over COVID.
Yeah.
And he got it again 3 days later.
What?
I had not heard of that. Yeah,
I hadn't either.
It's called the COVID rebound.
Oh.
So
happened to Fauci, too.
Just be careful. Exactly.
Yeah.
It happened to Fauci.
Well, you guys were kind enough to let me quarantine properly, so hopefully I did the right thing. And
you did, yeah.
You still sound kind of, well, maybe that's
I'm telling you, man, I think it'll be here for a little while.
Morning drain. I've got the COVID fog.
Yeah.
You can tell. You demonstrated it right there. That was very poetic.
Yeah.
I've still got some of the, you can hear kind of the congestion back there or whatever, and then I still have morning sickness, which is really...
Oh, that is weird.
Probably knocked up. They say that the thing to get rid of that is serious colon cleansing.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
not opposed to that.
The deep one. It's not legal in all states, but really well worth it.
Oh, not the high colonic, the deep colonic.
Yeah, they go all the way in. You can taste it in your throat.
Oh, man.
What's the difference between a high one and a deep one?
$40.
Cannabis. Okay, I want to demonstrate something.
Well, you want one hand, mister, and crap in the other.
Sorry. This is a letter from Joe.
Hey, Joe.
And I'm not sure if maybe Christy should read this.
What?
Because it's addressed to you. But this letter demonstrates
all right.
how carefully people listen to this program. It's a very short letter, but Christy, I'm going to pass it over to you. Mark gave it to me. It's in reference to, we announced yesterday, Christy is receiving a very prestigious award. She is being inducted into a very special Broadcast Pioneers Hall of Fame class of 2022.
Well deserved.
And yes,
you should wear a pioneer dress.
Well, I have asked Christy to wear a cap and gown.
Yes. And our friend Joe.
Yeah, no,
dearest sweet Christy.
This is how carefully this guy listens. Now listen.
Please don't let the children with whom you work make fun of how you pronounce words. Their hostility towards you is most likely based upon jealousy. When accepting the award, do not thank or mention those tools. Instead, thank all the people and all the municipalities who have listened to you over the years.
Hilarious. Now, you have admitted on the air.
I can't say municipal.
You tend to say municipal.
Municipal.
We all have words we can't say. Everybody's got one or two at least. But thank you, Joe. What a nice letter, and congratulations.
Thank you
to Christy. Speaking of words, for those of you that play Wordle, yesterday that was not a word.
Kids, you should have heard the conversation in the studio between you and Oskay. They're like,
yesterday?
"Did you get the word?"
I got it, but it's not a word.
And then I Googled to find out what, and everybody was upset with me.
I was with Oskay yesterday afternoon, and he looked at his phone and he goes, "Oh." I go, "What?" He goes, Tom's trying to beat me a word." That's all he said.
I just warned him. It's not a word.
Yeah, it was gawky.
Not a word. It's probably...
Wait a minute.
Gawky?
I heard gawky.
Gawky's a word.
What does it mean?
A person's gawky. They're like...
they're leering.
Yeah.
Like Chet Holmgren is gawky.
Yeah.
The 7 feet tall, 180 pounds.
You gawk at someone in any event.
Gawky bird-like.
Yeah, gawky bird-like.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, there's
I wasn't aware of that part of it, that definition.
Thousands of people
I use gawky...
said, I've never missed a Wordle.
Thousands.
This is not a word.
Gawky? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got it. I'm just saying. But when I typed it in, I thought it was going to go, this isn't a word, because it isn't. One guy wrote, I've been reading for 50 years. I've never once seen this word.
Absolutely is a word.
I am not familiar with that.
Absolutely.
In any event.
And you know how well read I am.
It was just fun.
There it is, right in the dictionary.
Okay, I'm sure it's in the day. Everything's
nervously awkward.
Nervously awkward. Gawky. Yeah, you're right.
Gawky.
I thought gawk meant you gawked it. Oh, he was gawking it.
Yes, but as Josh pointed out to me one time on the air, a word can have several different meanings.
That's right.
Especially in the English language.
Well, I got it, but I was a guest, so sorry. Well, speaking of words, municipal. Try saying it, Christy.
Municipal.
No, drop the second.
Nope, that's wrong. Why are you making her say it like she said?
You leading the witness.
This is bass backwards.
Exactly. Municipal.
Among the many reasons you're not a teacher.
It's a tough word. Tough one there. Okay.
Speaking of emails, let's see. Dear Tom. Oh, Dear Ship of Fools.
Oh, I like it.
That's fun.
Over the past weekend, listening to the Bob and Tom app, the best of a portion of a show, the discussion of Josh's 5th year anniversary came up.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't it his 6th year?
That's right.
Coming up?
Yes.
Josh wanted a one-man band for his anniversary.
Yeah.
Tom, how are the plans coming for the one-man band? That's
I have
Peter in Cincinnati.
I have a couple of inquiries.
Okay.
And I think I've got one, but you want a traditional one-man band with like a bass drum and a tambourine, and
that's right.
You don't want a synth guy.
No, that's not a one-man
No,
band.
but that does sound funny. But I like the traditional kit.
Yeah.
I see a one-man band. I see them at least standing, if not walking around.
Yeah, I want them marching about.
Playing all the instruments.
Like the big
We'd
stick
like
with
them
the
to march
tambourine on
about.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't want Owl City. You know, like I want.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you sound like the little.
Well, what I'm saying is,
Yeah, I get it.
You sound like the little spoiled girl in Willy Wonka. I want a one-man band, and I want him walking about.
Daddy, I want it now, Daddy. You know, have you heard a guy named Cam Cole? He was on Ted Lasso. He's kind of the most popular. Well, I mean, I'm aware of him. So how long does it need to be popular? He plays kind of a one-man band.
Right.
It's kind of badass.
Yeah, he was very badass
He was
in
great.
that.
He was
I
great on
did
the
see
episode.
that. I did see that. Yeah. Well, yes, we're working on it, and it's the 6th anniversary. Now we're trying to decide if we have to push it off after Josh missed the second trimester of this year.
I have a follow-up. Did you want a one-man band for your 5th anniversary, or are we on like the 2nd anniversary of trying to get a one-man band?
No. This just came up this year.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't sound like us.
I've mentioned loving and wanting to see one before, but I don't think I specifically said for my anniversary. This year I said.
Okay. And what is the anniversary date again? I know.
August 1st.
I thought we were going to put a calendar thing up there.
Remember, we were going to push it back 2 weeks because he missed 2 weeks because of COVID.
Is that a Sunday, by the way?
I
don't remember.
So we'll have to kind of do it, maybe do like a Friday/Monday thing. Get it all in there. Well,
I appreciate the effort.
Right now, I want to ask
you. Did you just imply there's going to be a 4-day event?
Yeah. Of course.
No, August 1st is a Monday.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Then we're good.
So that whole week.
That whole week.
And what is today again? Oh, sorry.
Today
is Thursday.
June 30th. Happy birthday, Sally, by the way.
Sally!
Oh, no kidding. Happy birthday, kid.
Now, when we come back, we'll dip in. We might have that Ace Cosby joke today.
Sports.
Got
and,
a Pat Godwin redo? Is that coming up? A Fix-It song? Okay.
And we'll also have Tom's favorite Major League Baseball player, I think. He's only now heard about him, and he's very excited that someone is actually pitching and hitting home runs. Tom can't believe it. It's
great.
He just heard about it.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Oh, hey, hi. Are we back on? Welcome to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
He's at the sidekick chair. He's getting ready to take another couple of well-deserved days off.
Thank you. I mean, the other days, I would have rather been here. Trust me. Okay. Yeah.
So are you back next? No, you're not back next Tuesday either.
No, it's the 5th of July. I need to drive home that day.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Ace Cosby. You'll be here, though, won't you?
Always.
Hardest working man in radio. He's manning the track phone hotline.
I'll make it up.
Now you're going on.
phone.
You're going to be crossing several state lines.
Yeah.
So you'll be seeing those. I love those signs at the border state crossings. It's always 3-finger lefties fireworks.
Yeah.
Whenever you leave a state that doesn't have them, and right across the border, there's that huge warehouse.
I'll be driving through central Missouri, baby. That is fireworks.
Yeah.
Heaven.
Yeah.
There's
I have
Willie
a-
Griswold. I'm Chick, and there's Tom. Yes, Christy.
No, once again, I have a friend that just moved here from a state where fireworks are illegal, and they are so excited about the
And the thing about it is,
4th of
this where we are, I do not like the fireworks system because it's so not illegal in Missouri that you just walk into a tent and pick out whatever you want. And
Tom, this
you
is-
don't have to show ID or anything.
This is some of Tom's favorite time of the year because he gets to, remember, you get to join a club, right? Or do they still have that?
Yeah,
And then
that's
you can
typically.
buy-
Yeah, you join this organization, and then you're officially a member, and then 30 seconds later you start buying fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful out there. A couple 4th of Julys ago, I ended up at a picnic with a ER doc.
Oh, yeah,
he was on call that day.
I bet.
He was saying how much he doesn't like being on call on the 4th of July because of all of the severed fingers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I have some very nice pavers over there at the compound. It's part of the decking system, and I don't know. It might have been it had to be the first or second year you were here, and he came over on the 4th of July, and he had these fireworks. I think they're called the concrete stainers or something.
Oh, yeah, those guys.
Yeah, and there are still like hints of a charred concrete there.
You can rent a sandblaster.
Yeah, you can't get it out.
Sorry. Is anyone else amazed that we here have a freestanding building here that's been here for years, that's year-round selling fireworks just up the street?
Yeah, year-round. You're right.
It's been
there for years.
There got to be some slow days at that place.
Absolutely.
You think.
Yeah. Slow mo. Yeah, but just to make sure to wear eye protection. That's very important.
You got 2 of them.
And I don't use matches. I use a Bernzomatic torch.
Of course you do.
I'm going to show this fuse to his boss. You want that thing lit?
Sure.
You don't just sitting there with matches. Then all of a sudden, is it lit or not? Then
yeah.
But so you'll be seeing Crazy Larry's and
Molly Brown's is a big. That's a popular chain there.
Do they have those in China? Crazy Lings.
Have you ever been to this?
They're making them.
Yeah.
Crazy Lingos. Fireworks next exit.
I think 7 Finger Lee's is where they make them.
Crazy Ling
Ho. Well, it's always in America, here in the States, it's usually, it's Crazy Mikey.
Yeah.
Hey, he said, desperately changing
Pyro
the
Pete's.
topic. Do you ever go to this? Evidently, this is this weekend in Sandusky, part of the July 4th celebration. It's the Tall Ships return.
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very cool. Very cool.
And evidently, these ships are just like regular sailboats, only they're tall.
Real tall.
Yeah.
And they're on the lake there, then?
Yeah, they're on the...
you don't want to sit behind one of these ships in a theater.
Do they go up to Portsmouth?
No, you
'Cause
can't
I have
see around
friends that invited us up to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, to watch the tall ships. Do they go up the?
I don't know how far they go, but
you ever seen a tall ship coming up on a short bridge? Oh boy! What's going to happen here?
What do they do? They got to wait for the drawbridge.
Yeah, that's not my favorite. My favorite thing is when people try to jump the drawbridges.
Oh yeah,
we've had a couple of those this year. Remember the one where the motorcycle was dangling on the edge of it? I love that they go around the barrier, going, "This is BS. I can get by this thing."
You know, tall ships' number one cargo, giraffes, of course.
Oh,
and aren't their necks is too long, right?
Yeah, giraffes' necks is too long.
And that's why the tall ships went out of favor. Is we got enough giraffes now, so we don't need any more.
Yesterday we had a very controversial news story.
Was I talking?
I thought so.
Well, I think are you done? Or you have more?
Yeah, no.
Please entertain.
Man, I wish you'd heard me at the meeting. I was killing at the meeting.
yeah.
Man, I should have recorded some of that and just play it back.
Do you want real audio of Chick at a meeting?
Yeah.
There it is.
That's only after everyone's going to suffer under a massive insult. And now let's continue with the meeting.
Very
all right.
funny.
All right, let's move forward here.
Yeah, we all suck. You're right. Yeah.
This is a quiz for Josh.
All right.
Josh, how many Kiss shows within 30 has Ace been to?
I'm going to say 300.
Ace?
Around 300.
Wow.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good. That's a big number.
It sure is, yeah.
Christy, your favorite band, how many times have you seen them?
How many times have I seen my favorite band, or how many times have I seen Kiss?
No, your favorite band.
Probably 6.
There you go. I've seen Eric Clapton, I don't know, probably 10 times. But 300 is amazing.
That's a lot.
I mean, unless you work for the band, that's a lot of shows.
Yeah, it is.
But Kiss is doing their farewell tour, and they're currently in Europe.
Okay, now.
Chick, you know what's coming now.
Yeah.
No. Hey, this is the tour now. Okay.
Yeah, this is the farewell.
They're saying goodbye.
They're done.
So
Called
now
the end of the road.
Shut up. Now they have to go, right? They have to quit. They have to go and pack it in.
We want some legislation.
No
Chick,
more
what
Kiss.
What if the end of the road? What if it's one of those cul-de-sac roads? And you just turn around and come right back.
So if you own a venue and Kiss calls and said, you know what? I think we're coming back. No, you're not here. You're not.
No.
You said goodbye.
Bet my ass you're not.
Back it up,
not
Star
here.
Child.
Back it up, demon.
Did this start? Was the first band to change the deal, if you will?
Overdo their.
Was it the Who? Didn't they release the Who farewell tour and then
they quit a bunch?
Yeah, but Pete Townsend, Roger Daltrey, keep going. You're the best. That current tour is incredible.
I've never seen the Who.
Same here, and I'd love to. They're in my top 5.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why you guys can't remember the name of the band. I don't know what the problem.
By the way,
they're in your top 5, Josh. You know the name of the band.
This is a little inside. I'm trying to think of what it's called. If you use Audible for books on recorded books, whatever it's called now, it used to be books on tapes. Audible has a great new Pete Townsend exclusive download that's terrific.
Does he narrate it?
It's Pete talking, playing some music, and
does he talk like this because he can't hear?
He does just fine.
Okay,
Mr. Townsend is brilliant. I certainly would recommend.
It's not a children's book, is it?
It's unbelievable.
Is he a priest?
Is he a priest? You know, Josh.
He's not allowed to.
Josh, I heard. It's funny you'd bring this up. I heard that if you want to miss a lot of traffic, leave at 6:30 Eastern time.
do a deep dive on Pete Townsend there, Willie, and get back to me, will you?
Pete Townsend.
You want to hear a little snippet of Pete Townsend's audiobook?
Yeah, please.
Here we've got Pete. Please, let me hit play here. Play.
What's happening?
What are you doing?
Oh,
what are you doing?
God.
You'll be Pete.
Okay.
And
hello.
Keep talking.
Left ear. All right, right ear. I can't hear a thing now.
That's how Pete hears.
Wow, I didn't know.
People ask, "Hey, do you guys discuss what you're going to do?" And I always say, "Oh, we should."
Hey, Chick, when is that show? What were you thinking coming on?
I mean, yes, and
that brings up one of Pat's songs because last night I used an app called Calm to go to bed. I don't know if anybody else has this. Yeah, have you used it?
No, I've been looking at it,
but they have an actual app that's ocean waves for tinnitus or tinnitus. If you have it, it's an app. I mean, part of the soundscape is supposed to help with going to sleep when you have that in your ear the whole time.
Or just turn up the volume.
He really is a dick.
Trying to help.
He's just a dick.
I almost said the AS word.
There's not a part of him that you can point to and go, well, that part's not dick.
Well,
Nope, that's dick.
That's very nice.
I use the OnlyFans app to go to bed. After a couple hours on there, I'm usually pretty tired. Exhausted. I have no money left.
A couple hours.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
So the point of the story is the band Kiss, was certainly Ace is one of his favorites. Although it's not your favorite. What's your favorite band I've never heard of?
Thunder.
The Thunder, okay.
No, not the Thunder.
Just Thunder.
Yeah, it's just Thunder.
Okay. Do they have any hits?
Come on, geez, out of touch.
Dirty
Boy.
Love.
Lightning
Love Walked
Strikes
In.
Again.
The answer is no.
Okay, all right, let's get Dirty Love.
I want to hear it now.
Dirty Love by Thunder. Gotta hear it.
Before we get to that,
Do you know how many weddings have had Dirty Love as their song and the bride is out there in her jeans having a lovely dance together?
Sure.
Yeah.
Dirty Love.
Here we go. Kiss thanked their fans in Austria.
Right.
They were playing a show in Vienna, and they did a special thing at the end where they had unfortunately the Australian national flag was posted instead of the Austrian flag. Got a nice letter about this from Alex. He writes, the mistake of mixing up Austria and Australia is apparently quite common. When I was in Vienna, I saw T-shirts that said, Austria, no kangaroos. Very funny. Very nice. But that leads us to this. We had an opportunity to play the Australian national anthem, and which sounds like this.
Australians,
Oh, no.
Not again. Why are you doing this?
Because I'm making a point here that's very important.
Sounds like amazing.
Before we get to Dirty Love, and then the Austrian national anthem. It sounds like religious music, whereas the Australian one, I thought it sounded more like ABBA.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are.
And then I found the original Australian national anthem.
Let every state advance, Australia. Afternoon delight.
Oh, that's the original?
Hell yeah. Then I see it wasn't ABBA. It was more like...
Starland Vocal Band?
Yeah, with Taffy and the Starland Vocal Band. I was singing that stupid song all day yesterday. Could not get it out of my head.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Thunder, and this is their song, Dirty Love.
Are they American?
British.
Well, this is right in Ace's wheelhouse. That's for sure.
So far, so good.
But they yelled something at the start. I might be out. Hey!
Yeah. I mean, this rock.
When does it kick in?
It's cute.
Are there vocals? He sees you.
Yeah, this is awesome. This rocks.
It's good. When was this a hit?
90.
Yeah, I somehow missed it.
Be honest,
Got a great
Ace,
line.
a hit.
In Britain. It's got a great line at the end of the song, get on your broomstick and ride.
Oh,
the implication being she's a witch.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really something. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to give that a listen. Dirty Love and the band again is
Thunder.
Thunder. Okay.
No. Thunder.
Okay.
You're not saying it right.
Did they ever open
They have
for
a-
Kiss?
No. They've never really toured America.
No,
They've got
they're
a lot
too
of
good.
problems with basses, apparently. They've had to change their bass player a couple of different times, according to Wikipedia.
You mean Thunder?
Yeah.
Okay, well, sounds very nice.
Thunder.
And then the Kiss tour continues. In fact, I believe they are, in fact, going to Australia.
Yeah,
coming soon, so they can keep their Australian flag and shine it for everybody up on the big screen. Now, coming up, we have a song correction. Is that right, Pat?
An added verse.
An added verse. Okay. Which topic is this?
That was the lady that beat the eagle off the goose, her pet goose.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a really obscure story.
Boy, that was everywhere.
She beat an eagle off, huh?
Yeah.
Well, she was...
You can see the scratch marks.
Yeah.
We'll return to that momentarily, but first we check in with the sports page. You want to give us a teaser?
I've done something. I can feel it in the air.
Who knows?
The one tenuous joke they had for Pat's. I immediately ruined it with an utterance, and the show will never recover.
And remember,
Tried to get it to
all you
touch
did,
his
stuff.
song.
all you did was repeat something he said.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, Shohei Ohtani. Why isn't his name Say? So it's Say.
That was taken.
His scoreless streak, 21 and 2/3 innings, pitching 5-hit ball into the 6th, 11 strikeouts. The Angels 4-1 win over the White Sox yesterday. This guy hits home runs. He pitches. He's Tom's favorite baseball player. That's why I mentioned that. Two-time Wimbledon men's champion Andy Murray lost in his second round to American John Isner. Murray's earliest loss in 14 appearances at Wimbledon. And also Tom, number 3 seed Casper, the friendly tennis player, also lost in the second round. Rafi he beat Rafi at the French Open. And Serena says she's not sure if that was her last appearance at Wimbledon. It might very well be. So she was beaten by
her father.
No.
Harmony Tan.
Once again, that's a Will Smith joke. Sometimes the show is hard to follow. You see Will Smith played.
Josh, thank you for taking the heat off me. And the College Hall of Fame's coming up. The induction, Roy Williams, Jim Calhoun, John Beilein, Lonnie Kruger, in a star-studded cast of coaches will be inducted into the Hall in November. Also, Coach Jerry Krause of Eastern Washington will join the quartet. The players, Richard Hamilton, Larry Miller of North Carolina, Frank Sylvia Furman, and a couple other...
Hang on a second, I'm just checking on something, Josh.
Yeah,
that traffic's starting to pick up. You might want to get going.
Boy, I am on Tom's nerves this morning.
We're all on Tom's
I apologize.
You're not the only one.
At least I'm not even on his radar. I'm glad to be over here. It's out of the way.
Wish Willie would talk more. What's the problem? More sports coming up, Tom.
Where'd we lose him?
Yeah, where'd we lose him? Yeah.
That big headline about R. Kelly.
Oh, God.
No, I haven't heard
Why are
it.
we talking about that?
What's new with him now?
I haven't heard it. I love his music. What's
He
he
was
up to?
sentenced to 30 years in federal prison.
Good.
30.
30. And
So,
he's still facing more charges.
A day off for a day served, so he'll be
Not
out
in a
on
federal prison.
15. No,
No.
he'll be fine. He'll be out 15.
Did you know that?
He thought he was going to get out.
Did he?
Oh, yeah. He said to the judge, I believe I can walk. Nope. You're going to the big house.
Yeah,
Maybe he can fly, and he'll just fly
out
over the wall.
I'm sure that's what his cellmate's going to say. Well, no, you're not going to fly when I'm on top of you.
Yeah, I didn't realize when you're sentenced to federal prison, there's no early parole kind of thing.
At 30 years, that's a long time.
You think I know that?
He's 55. He'll
All
probably.
the Datelines I watch, you think I know that?
Now, also coming up, we have, believe it or not, cruise ship meets. Have you seen this? Cruise ship meets iceberg.
Yeah, I saw
Wow. And not the lettuce. Coming up in the news, icebergs, the Jetsons, and that wheelchair seems to be going kind of slow.
Why don't I get it coming up in sports?
What's coming up in sports?
Well, no, you did it for Christy. Do it for me.
Coming up in sports, I don't know, tennis or something boring. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
Hi. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
In the cornerstone of the Henry Blake collection. That very
Radar.
nice. Military fatigue. There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Mr. Godwin is, as you mentioned, in the performance room.
Heck yeah, he is.
Let's get a performance out of that guy. We had an interesting news story, and as Christy pointed out, this thing has gone everywhere. This is the video is of a woman in Canada. She's breastfeeding her baby. And you see her, she has a pet goose named Frankie. And Frankie's out in the yard. This is from, I think, her doorbell cam or something. You see this.
Oh.
And a bald eagle swoops in, grabs her goose. She runs out the door. Once again, babe at breast.
Yep.
And shoos away the eagle. Again, she's
saving Frankie.
And she's topless, obviously, because she's...
Well, you don't see anything because it's from the back.
But she is just in her underwear.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in any event, to be clear, she's breastfeeding the baby, not Frankie the goose.
That's correct. Yes, a baby person.
And you have a song about that?
Yeah. It was the third week of June, another crispy Canadian day. Dad was taking a shower, and his wife was breastfeeding their baby. Yeah. All of a sudden, there's a squawking in the yard. Could it be the hens? He yelled down to his wife, honey, please, will you check the pens? And then she said, oh no, I think there's a bird of prey, and our Frankie got loose. That's when a breastfeeding mama 3-beat an eagle off her pet goose. She ran into the yard with her boobs out, clutching her kid. She fought with the eagle and barely kept her nipples hid. I watched the video over and over again, somewhat delighted. There's a hint of Bush at the 102 mark that gets me excited. And that part where she beat an eagle off her pet goose is where a divorced dad of one beat off a little something too.
A lot of something, right?
The ode to Frankie. Thank you very much, Pat.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and the video is everywhere. It's you gotta love those non-planned videos that show up on whatever they
doorbell
are.
cams.
Doorbell cams,
they're
et cetera,
awesome.
et cetera.
They do seem pretty popular.
It's not some fake thing set up for TikTok.
Is that a whole channel now, I bet, on YouTube? Doorbell cam?
I feel like people get them for security, but they only ever use them when it's like weird things that go viral because
Right.
the mailman brought them a milkshake or whatever it is.
I love that. Coming up in the news.
Your mailman brings you milkshakes?
Yeah, let's get back to that.
Wow. No, couldn't you see that going viral, being like,
Right.
a Vermont woman famous because her mailman brought her a milkshake, and Tina, we do these stories all the time. There's things like this.
That's true.
Coming up, we have the Jetsons in the news.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm very pleased with that.
I used to be able to do the Jetsons car when I was younger.
That's pretty
I
good.
can't. Yeah.
Oh, look at
I
you.
can't.
No, it's not. It's not dead on. But
close enough.
It's nowhere near his Chewbacca. I mean, favor the folk. That's just dead on.
No, it's not dead on, but it's very close. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Do you have any impressions you do?
Sure.
Like what?
Boy.
Brando, Rosie the Riveter?
Oh, Rosie from...
Yeah, you do Rosie.
Well, if we're going to do Rosie, let me just give you a little Jetsons music. There you go.
Hey, Mr. J, the new suck nozzle has arrived. Shall I?
This is the implication I get.
Oh, yeah,
the George Jetson is having an illicit affair with Rosie the robot
That's right.
maid. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just another function for Rosie, though.
I
She
see.
doesn't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I hope
we have an email.
I can do Rosie the Riveter, too.
Oh, yeah?
I have to stay here and work in a factory because I'm not strong enough to be in the military.
You jackass.
That's Josh. That's why.
And now,
jerk.
Josh Arnold angers America.
I have so many female friends in the military. And trust me, they would laugh at that because they know how weak I am.
Could they start by kicking your ass and then laugh? That's what I'd like to see. I'm sorry, you have another letter. What do you got?
This has counting the thanks. It has 6 words in it. Ready?
Okay.
Tom is a damn weirdo. Thanks.
Well,
that's all it says.
It's beautiful.
Tom, I have a question for you, if I may.
Go ahead.
Our own Christy Lee, legend in broadcasting, is being inducted into a Hall of Fame.
That's very nice.
Rightfully so. And I guess we'll all be invited to the ceremony.
Well, we'll see.
Okay. Well,
yes, of course.
will you guarantee my job if I streak this event? If I do it, no matter what the legal ramifications are, I will still have this job.
Yeah, I just don't do it. Yes, I will. Don't do it during Christie's portion of the show. I wouldn't want to taint that in any way.
Okay.
Yeah, wait till mine's done.
Mm-hmm. So she has to go, and then I can do my thing.
Oh, no, you can do it in the beginning.
So after her speech.
No, not
And Josh,
at the beginning.
Maybe during the prayer.
No, if you if you do it in the beginning, it's going to cast a pall over the entire
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
procedure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, you'd be arrested.
Yeah.
Then we get some extra.
We'd make the news because all the news people will be there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe it wouldn't because they're all there working.
Yeah. Well, there's nobody to report on this.
That's true.
They were all 4 vodka sodas deep. They couldn't figure it out.
Okay.
It's an afternoon. Come on.
Oh, so they don't.
It's a luncheon.
If
it's
an
not
afternoon, there'll be
it's
6 vodkas.
Yeah, exactly. Gosh, I love day drinking.
Do you? I hate day
When
drinking.
I was a kid,
It has its place.
When I was a kid, my dad one time took me
Passing
to
out
dinner
by 5.
Took me to dinner downtown, and I noticed that the local sports guy was at the bar. It was like 7 o'clock, so they'd finished the early news, and then this guy obviously had to come back and do the 11.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so in between?
Yeah, Gib Shanley was having a couple of gimlets. Make that 11 o'clock that much more.
When I first worked in TV news early, I was the technical director, and people would leave between newscasts, and that was a definite thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the 11 o'clock news, back in the day, you'd get the old, now the Dipso report from the sports desk.
Not always, but it was fun.
Okay, good.
Are you saying all sportscasters might be a little drunk?
No. Coming up, a very interesting new law involving sound. You're going to be quite surprised when you hear this, I think. Also, we've got bees on the loose. Be careful if you're driving. I'll tell you where they are in just a few minutes. And beach news, ski news, luggage news, all coming up.
22 ski news.
And something in sports coming up? Anything?
Something, yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
Who knows?
World record, perhaps?
Who knows?
We'll see. Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Chick.
Yeah, there's Ace Cosby.
Chick.
Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
More letters in praise of Christy Lee today.
All right.
Once
What
again,
have I done?
Christy, well, you're going to like this one.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay.
These days, I don't know. I thought I had 2 really great letters, got nothing. And
Got
then,
nothing, he said.
You know I don't like it when the spotlight shines on me.
You're going to like this one.
All right.
I think. Christy's being inducted into a very prestigious Radio Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Well deserved.
Thank you.
However, this is a different topic.
Oh.
Dear Bob and Tom Show, writes Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Steve in California. That narrows it down.
Okay.
The other night, my wife got out of the shower, walked dripping wet, naked into the bedroom.
Oh, my.
Held up her phone, and out came a husky voice saying, I'm hungry. Thank you, Christy Lee.
That is terrific.
That is
You're
terrific.
helping love lives everywhere.
There you go. See?
He said, audio Viagra.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go, Christy. Your new phrase, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Now, I don't know what, but you're not saying it right.
Well, only the one and only Christy Lee.
Hungry.
It's her
Hungry.
thing.
Yeah, you're going, I'm hungry.
Well, that's because he's
Once again, the benefits of a classical education.
No feeling.
I would recommend this, ladies. I don't think this would necessarily work for the fellows.
Oh, for a guy to say it to a woman?
I mean, Josh, if you emerge from the shower dripping wet, and
Well, that's already. If that happens, she's already out of the room.
That's not true.
She doesn't need to see me walrus my way out of a bathroom.
No. You don't like
do
to just
you
be
buff
naked?
in front of her? Do you take the towel and put one hand in front, one in back, and go back and forth? And go,
I don't even do that
hey,
alone.
I'm buffing.
When I was a kid, Mr. Krabs did that in an episode of SpongeBob, and I thought it was just required drawing whenever you got out of the shower. So I'd be at the pool pulling that move. I'd be at camp pulling that move.
I think that's strictly a camp
Because
move.
of cartoon crap.
Yes, using my aunt's nice towels.
I think is that like is that from like the Three Stooges?
Yes,
or
I mean
something?
all those
Has
old
to be.
movies. They would do that. It's so silly.
You know what I've never seen, but I've only seen, I think, in Three Stooges movies. Those things, they look like giant appliances, like dryers or washers. And,
Yes.
and the guy gets in it, and just his head is sticking out.
Right,
and then someone
right.
always walks by and sticks a board in it so they can't get out.
Oh, it's a sauna. One of those
Right,
sauna
right,
things.
And they flip the switch, and there's steam coming out.
You described like an iron lung.
You
Yeah,
know,
but
these
they
things
were-
are in all the old.
It looked like a giant washing machine.
Yes.
Except-
They would
and the guy
sit
would
in
sit in
it.
it, and then his head would stick out, and then invariably someone would shut the doors to the front and stick a piece of wood in there, and and then the next thing it would cut to them, and
It's like a steam box.
steam coming out of their head.
It's so silly.
I swear you talked for 3 or 4 paragraphs, and Christy finally said, "Oh, a sauna? You never."
Yeah, but these weren't like you walk in. This was.
This is much
You
more
know what he's talking
an
about,
appliance, and it's not a sauna.
Well, it's kind of like a portable sauna. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I wonder what they were called because they are just.
Do they still have those?
I've never seen one. I would howl if I saw somebody in one of those.
I'd be terrified.
I would. I don't know if I'd ever stop laughing.
So, in any event, let's move forward here. Try the "I'm hungry," ladies. Did I get it right?
you know.
Yeah,
I'm hungry. Did I get it? Okay. We return to the sports page of the Chicken Geek.
Florida teenager taking advantage of the recent flooding in Cape Coral by wakeboarding through the streets.
Cool.
After recent storms flooded the roadways.
Could you tell me what roads those are? I'm looking at places in Cape Coral.
Oh. Brett Holland grabbed some rope and enlisted the help of his father, Baba. Well, there's the
how's it spelled?
B-O-B-B-A.
Wow.
Baba the Hutt? Who's
Boba
Baba?
Fett?
Baba.
Boba Fett.
With the rope attached to the back of his father's truck, Holland surfed Cape Coral's streets and captured video of the stunt. The 16-year-old said, "I saw a couple people doing this on the internet, and now that I wakeboard and surf, I was like, gotta do it." Though the incident ended without any serious injuries, the CCPD warned, Cape Coral Police Department, warned, hey, it only takes one other vehicle to slam into that person or for that person to fall off and then be crushed by an oncoming vehicle.
I'll tell you what. This one photo, the video of this thing, he's behind the truck, obviously, and the water's probably, 6 inches deep or so, and he's going back and forth across the wake like you would when you're water skiing, and then a truck comes the other way.
Oh man,
it's a FEMA relief truck just bringing supplies.
Yeah, I know. This guy's just wakeboarding through people's like a neighborhood where people are trying desperately to save their material things.
Cowabunga!
I mean, it's really cool, but that could have ended badly.
Sure, it could have.
But it's cool. You check out
The officer said he saw a similar stunt in action. The individual would likely get pulled over and even ticketed for careless driving. Well, why wasn't Baba and Brett pulled over for gave them a ticket?
You know, I wasn't going to give you a ticket until I saw your name was Baba.
Yeah.
Now I have
He's
to.
a great guy.
Just on general principle.
Did you ever do the thing when you were a kid where it's snowing? You get behind someone's car, grab their bumper, and kind of do that
Marty McFly thing? No, I never did.
Just on your shoes? Just slide on the snow in your shoes?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did it years ago.
Wow.
It's fun. One of my brothers and I did it in Vail, Colorado, behind a bus.
With your shoes on, not skis.
Yeah, just shoes, yeah. Very slippery at the time.
Sure.
Very cool. In any event,
you were a different person then, weren't
Yeah,
you?
you were.
Oh, that was fun.
Scofflaw.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I can actually remember.
That's really safe, Mr. Safety.
That same night we saw a band called Joe Christmas.
Yeah.
And I remember, and the drummer was the drummer from Steely Dan.
Joe Christmas, that's not a real band name.
Joe Christmas?
Is it pretty good?
They were great.
So, and then when you and your brothers saw the band, did you immediately go home and start a spirited showering session and played Bear Man running around totally naked?
Oh, that's right,
We
yeah.
called it ball buffing. And,
With your,
the old
your-
sword fight.
With your
yeah.
towels on,
Okay.
clothes pinned around your neck.
Sorry. I'm sorry, back to
Oh, look what I can make mine do. Ooh. Yeah.
No.
Oh, me again?
Joe Christmas sounds like if you can't afford Santa to come to the mall, you just got a guy named Joe Christmas.
Hey, how are you?
And he's got a red jacket on.
I'm
Hey,
Joe
I
Christmas.
think it was just like a pickup band at a bar, but they were really good. And I remember I was talking to the drummer, and he was the original guy.
I
in
was
Steely
talking
Dan.
to the drummer.
Of course he was.
Here you go, kid.
Did you
Have a
notice the
search.
drummer while he was talking to you? He's looking at his other band going, Christ, will someone get me out of this, please? Help me. No. Did you notice that at all?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I bet he did. Anyway, right now is when the Santa Clauses are out. Aren't they bidding on the malls? The best malls to go to right now?
And
Is this-
don't they go to camp? They go to Christmas camp, don't they?
Well, the new Santas, I would imagine, have to be indoctrinated.
And they all have to get the actual Santa's approval.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting. Guess what time it is?
What time?
Stupid World Record. A 10-year-old Colorado girl appears to have broken the Guinness World Record for the youngest person to ski on all 7 continents.
Huh.
Wow.
That's pricey.
Rich parents, huh?
No joke.
Kiara Nicole Lip with 2 P's. 10 years, 23 days old. She skied at Portillo, Chile, beating the previous record. You know, she had to wear a jacket because it was chilly.
Is it snow skiing or water skiing?
Beating the previous record of 10 years and 79 days.
Snow.
Oh.
In addition to skiing all over North America and checking off the first 4 continents, she skied in Cervix, Italy.
I don't know if that's what it is.
No, that's where
Sort of right
we,
in the center.
It's right in the mouth of
that's
the
where we
mouth
get
of the boot.
the word that we use for women. It's at a Y in the road.
I see. And then it kind of
Cervix, and then there's a looping.
All right.
Tubes that what?
Oh, I see.
Oh.
The fallopian way.
Cervinia, Italy.
There you go. That's it.
Welcome
I stopped
to
right
the
there.
fallopian way.
Not going to get funnier than the fallopian way.
Dude, look at all this stuff that you put in here. Cervinia, Italy, Threadbow and Perisher, Australia, as well as Yongpyong and Jisan, South Korea.
God.
What a great trip that would be.
5th grader's new goal is to become a better skier than her dad.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Good for her.
And
And then
Now,
find a husband so I can totally dominate him.
Did she-
that's interesting.
Did she get Antarctica in there somewhere? Does that count?
I believe it's one of the.
Yeah.
They have to count as one of the 7, right?
You better do that one quick. While
What
it's
do we
still-
got?
Better do Antarctica quick while it's still got
The
snow.
7 continents. We got Russia.
Right.
And,
you got your Rhode
Ukraine,
Island.
and Rhode Island.
New
And
Zealand
then,
is on there.
New Zealand is on
Oh,
there.
Fallopian. Yeah, sure.
Fallopian.
I think
Lost
Mars
City.
is a continent now.
No,
but I'm not sure.
a lot of people think Australia is
No, what
not.
you're thinking, Willie, Pluto was a continent, but they changed
Then they
it.
changed
Okay.
it. Yeah, that's what it is.
If you want to get a hold of us, you can email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. Grab the app. It's free. All kinds of cool stuff there. Find out about the VIP. Watch what's going on. I also I want to thank Steve in California for enlightening us as to the new way to get your woman hot. And the I'm hungry.
No, you got to growl. I'm home.
You mean like this?
Try it again.
I'm hungry.
That's it. Okay, there we go.
There
That's
it is.
We'd love to hear from you. Coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold sidekicking it up over there.
Hey, chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee. Wrapping up sports, we have an addendum. There's Tom.
An addendum.
An addendum.
Give me the addendum.
Well,
addendum of the pudendum.
Sounds very important, pudendum.
That story about the Florida teenager taking advantage of the recent flooding in Cape Coral and wakeboarded through the street.
So his dad's driving a truck.
Right, his father's pickup truck.
He's behind it wakeboarding.
Right. Yeah.
It's so cool, but
his father's name is Baba, but someone just tweeted me and said their last name, you had it wrong. It's not Brett Holland. It's Black Sheep.
Hey! Baba, Black Sheep.
Well worth it.
Is that right? Okay, well.
Hey, has he any wool?
Yes, sir.
I don't.
Yes, sir.
3 bags full.
I would not.
Wow, it's a shame we prepared that.
I would not think so. Living in Cape Coral, you would have any wool, but
No.
wool, what am I saying? Wool breathes. It's a natural
Sure, he might
fiber.
be wearing shoes like me. What are these things called? The birdies?
All birds. All birds.
See, now I know, as my father would say, damn good and well that you know what the name of those shoes are. I don't know why you do that. Is it some sort of weird personality flaw
The
that
name
you're drawing people into your conversation?
The name didn't come to me quickly enough. But this really is kind of cool. Imagine water skiing behind a truck after a flood, and he's going out over the wake, and you can see
I'm
in the
watching
video.
him. It's pretty cool. Here.
You see the part where the truck's coming at him the other way? That's where it gets scary.
Not to be
this kid's a jerk.
Not to be a bummer here, but like, what if you fall
got
in an
long
area
hair.
next to the street and there's a mailbox under all the flooding, and then you hit your head on the mailbox?
Yeah,
That's a video.
A lot of things can go wrong. We have several letters already.
I bet the dad has said, I got to take him out wakeboarding. Anything to shut him up. Jeez. Yeah.
Now, I mentioned that sometimes we would grab the back of a car or a bus in the snow and get towed that
Now,
way.
you and your brother would be clothed during this activity.
Yes,
right?
it would be wintertime.
One of the rare.
One of the rare.
John writes, we did a lot of this, sometimes 3 of us to a bumper. You had to watch out for the manholes.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to go in them.
Right, but still, you
they
trip over them.
Yeah. Today's cars don't have bumpers, so you can't do it. So once again, the man ruins a good activity.
Man, what happened to those days? Was it the middle 70s where they decided that crash impact test or something, and they put huge bumpers on everything?
No,
Remember that?
it was the lobby of body workshops. That if we take the bumpers off every time you hit anything, you're going to have to get a whole new rear of your car.
There was some report that I remember plainly. A car rolling at like 3 miles an hour caused $4,000 worth of body damage if it hit a wall or something.
Crazy.
So they started putting bumpers on everything.
This said, we spent countless hours bumper skiing as kids, writes Trevor. It was great until you hit a dry patch of pavement. That's correct. You'd be on snow or ice and you hit some gravel. You're down.
That'd break an ankle, wouldn't it?
This comes to us from Sean in central New York.
Sean.
We called it hopping cars. You'd grab the bumper of a car or truck on a snowy day and get pulled along. The school bus was the best because they had really high bumpers and the driver couldn't see you to get you in trouble. To answer Tom's inevitable question, yes, Tom, it was the rear bumper. I know that. I did it.
That's very funny.
Am I the only person concerned about inertia? That when the bus stops, you're going to keep going?
Well, not really, because it slows and you slow with it.
Yeah.
And so,
I suppose if they slammed
but
on
I
the
get,
brake.
then you might go face first. into
This
the
guy
back
says
of the
once in a while your gloves would stick to the bumper. You'd lose them, but it was worth the risk. Okay. We don't advocate this, of course. But
Dear Bob and Tom, my wife had... Oh, I'm sorry.
My wife.
It doesn't say, Dear Bob and Tom. It says Dear Heathens. Thank you, Roger. My wife has physical therapy this morning as she has a back problem, and there are 2 women that work with her. She says that they put her through the ringer when she goes for her physical therapy for her back. Here's where Josh comes in. Can you tell Catherine to stay away from those crazy bitches? I would really appreciate it. Roger from Alabama.
Man, Catherine, you gotta stay away from those crazy bitches.
Thank you, Josh.
All they're gonna do is put you through the ringer.
Yeah. You don't want to get your
In a ringer,
caught in
yeah.
a ringer.
No.
Yeah.
Boy, who came up with that one, huh?
They used to be the laundry.
Yeah.
That's how you dried laundry.
Oh, yeah.
We had one. I remember.
Did you really?
Yep,
You
that-
did?
that-
The
absolutely
ringer
did.
washer?
Yep.
That phrase, getting it caught on the ringer, is famous in the Watergate scandal.
Oh,
Remember that?
What?
I don't, but
Yeah.
Didn't they put Martha Mitchell's
all
breast
the
in the ringer
president's men
to get her to talk?
You don't want whatever the name of the Washington Post publisher. You don't want her to get her caught in a ringer.
I'm doing my own show. I'm having a
That's the first time I heard it. I'm just saying, it kind of ties into Watergate, which is sort of fun.
Watergate's not fun.
Benny Hill one time was he was drawing laundry in a ringer.
Of course he was.
And a beautiful woman passes by, and he starts leering at her.
Sure.
And his hand goes into the ringer, and he goes, oh, and it's very, very flat.
Great gag.
Hilarious.
Oh boy,
Oscar
Left
Wilde would be
flowers.
proud.
Yes.
Now, have we completed our sportscast? Does that cover every aspect of
To
contemporary?
speed things along, I'm going to say yes.
I kind of have a ski story.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
A popular Vermont ski resort known as Suicide Six has announced it will change its insensitive name in the weeks to come. The first rope tow was installed at Suicide Six in 1936 on so-called Hill Number 6, from which the area derived its name. Today, the small ski area, situated a short drive north of Woodstock and south of the White River, has 3 lifts and 24 trails.
Fun.
During the warmer months, the mountain serves as a popular mountain biking destination. A statement on the ski area's website reads, "Our resort team embraces the increasing awareness surrounding mental health and shares the growing concerns about the insensitive nature of the historical name." What are they going to change it to?
Not announced yet. But,
Autoerotic asphyxiation mountain.
It seems a little. Don't take this wrong.
Ungainly. The best.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't on the committee, but
It hit me as clunky.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe.
They had to. They had to change the name of the what is it again? Suicide Six Mountain, the ski resort, because of this.
George of the jungle, watch out for that tree. Watch out for that tree.
Little Sonny Bono
Man,
action.
my big gray peanut loving doggy. Man, oh man, that was a funny cartoon.
Sounds like a great little ski place, though. Fun. But
It has a rope tow. When was the last time you were on a rope tow?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's how it started.
Okay.
that's got to be kind of cool.
The place I started skiing,
Had a
stand by.
rope tow?
It's going to be a long story.
Worse.
Okay.
They would park a car at the top of the hill. They would take the wheel off and put a rim on it without a tire. I'm totally serious. And they would put a long rope on it, obviously a big loop.
And that just used as a winch?
Yeah. I was 4 years old, but skiing didn't take off the way it has until the 60s.
That's wild.
In the early days, it was fairly primitive. So a rope tow in the United States in 1936, that's early.
Okay.
That's early skiing. So good for them. I mean, I can understand why they need to change the name. Well, it kind of reminds me of that old TV show, Surfside 6.
I don't remember that.
Great theme song. I think probably in black and white. It was a while back. Yeah. Anyway, sounds like a fun place to ski. So we got a lot of cool ski action, even though it's summertime.
You had Surfside 6 and Hawaiian Eye. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was really a little boy, but they had really cool theme songs.
Connie Stevens and Ed Byrne. Remember Ed Burns?
He just died last year.
Yeah, well, it's about time.
Not Edward Burns. Yeah, not
yes,
the current.
Thank you for the correction. Certainly, there were. That was a different one. So, wait. What's this? Recognize this, Jim?
I don't.
It hasn't really kicked in yet.
It's all right. This makes me angry. I don't know why. I'd like to take a look at it. Okay, now I matter. I didn't think I'd get mad.
I like this.
This is called Surfside Sex.
Are you kidding me?
No.
From whom?
What?
Patrick Cowley.
What is your problem?
Did you wake up this morning and go, I'm going to look up Suicide Sex and see if it's a song?
Here you go.
What's going on now?
Okay, here's the one you want to hear. Sorry.
Well,
Surfside 6. What's that? Surfside 6.
An address? We're dumb.
A girl in charge of anything but dinner? I don't think so.
This is the TV theme song to Surfside 6, and they do sound like idiots, don't they?
Man, why did they make them do that?
Here we go.
Surfside 6.
These are classically trained actors. They went to Juilliard.
They called their parents. I got a part. I'm working tomorrow, Mom.
Surfside 6.
All right.
It's just protein.
Are you sure?
If we do it back there, you won't get pregnant. Oh,
So this was about private detectives in Miami?
Everyone does it this way.
All right.
But it hurts a little.
Yes,
Three
Surfside
private
6.
detectives solve crimes in Miami. Ran for 2 seasons on ABC with Troy Donahue. Ooh.
Since the history of television, there's almost always been a show that comes out of either Hawaii or Miami.
Here we go.
people like to see those.
Yeah,
places.
it's the middle of winter in upstate New York, and you can watch Surfside 6.
1960, and
What's
it was in
that?
black and white.
Mm-hmm. Also, you tell a bunch of actors that live in New York, hey, you want to go to Miami, shoot a TV show for 3 months? Yeah, twist my arm. I'll
Who
go
are the
down there.
who are the actors? The people,
Troy Donahue.
private investigators. I don't really remember this. I remember the title. I don't.
This was
Troy Donahue, Van Williams, Lee Patterson,
Oh, Van Williams was the Green Hornet. Yeah.
Diane McBain, and Margarita Sierra.
Excuse me?
Her name's something like Eva Smith, probably, really.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Margarita Sierra.
In any event, if you're going to Vermont, the Suicide 6 ski resort will have a new name. And here's another article about it. It says they have not announced it yet.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I read that too. It said it's come in the next few weeks. They will
Well,
announce.
vetting a new name has got to be a real chore these days.
Did you see this? They're also doing this with Killington Ski Resort. Now they're calling it Livington. How weird is that? How are you going to do that?
Well, the most famous one of these, I'm not mentioning this for any particular reason, but famously, Squaw Valley renamed themselves a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay.
That was a really famous ski resort.
Gotcha.
Because of the insensitive nature of that term, they have named it something else. I'll look it up. I forget what they renamed it.
I think the Olympics were there, weren't there? The training grounds or something?
It is a very famous place. But they changed the name.
Tom, have you seen this place in Colorado that has now a roller coaster on top of the mountain? I mean, no, this is not a setup. This is,
really?
yeah.
He saw me reaching for this.
Yeah, I did, yeah. It looks so crazy.
I thought you were going to go with Suicide Six Flags. I thought you were just going that way.
No.
That's
no.
good.
I wasn't going to try to bring humor into it at all.
Apparently.
I just wanted to
Continue the tradition.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Hey, sometimes we can just chat.
So I'm sorry. So where is it?
Cliffhanger roller coaster.
Let's have a little chit chat this morning. Just a little casual chit chat of the show.
It's like the world's
Cliffhanger roller coaster is the highest.
Yeah.
Highest elevation full size roller coaster in North America.
And it looks fun.
Yeah.
But it's right there at the top of a mountain.
Have you done the one in Vegas?
7,160 feet.
I have. I've done the
yeah.
New York one in Vegas. I've not done the one on the Stratosphere.
There you go, Tommy. Look at that. You see it?
That's terrifying.
Yeah. But I didn't know if it was near anywhere, any resort that you may go to.
I just did Thunder Mountain at Disney World and screamed like a little girl the whole time.
Yeah, Stratosphere has to be
It's on
terrifying.
Iron Mountain.
Yeah, it must be.
It's just terrifying.
I won't do any of that.
What mountain, Christy? I'm sorry.
Iron Mountain.
You familiar with that, guys?
I'm not.
Iron
Up
Mountain.
on Iron Mountain.
Squaw Valley is now called Palisades Tahoe.
Oh,
That's actually better.
yeah,
Much
I like
better,
that.
yeah.
So, yeah, okay, there you go. Now, what else have you got over there, Christy?
Oh, I was just trying to figure out where this was. Colorado River, Glenwood Canyon, whatever.
Oh, it's close to Vail.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
The U.S. Coast Guard is saying a cruise ship sustained damage after hitting a piece of an iceberg. According to a spokesperson for Norwegian Cruise Line, the Norwegian Sun cruise ship was making its way to the Hubbard Glacier in Alaska when it hit a growler, a small piece of floating ice.
I know an old mother that lives there.
And
Old Mother
Hubbard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
live in a shoe?
I thought that the Hubbard Glacier, so you know.
Much like the roller coaster, just spewing facts over here. not trying to do comedy.
I just
Following the impact,
hang on one second. So it hits an iceberg, but what's the name of the boat?
the Norwegian Sun.
Oh God, what a great headline that would be. The Norwegian sun goes down.
Yes.
Great.
Come on.
Well, I mean, just been
Father hangs head in shade.
Oh, my
Norwegian sun
goodness.
goes.
Never mind.
Now I know what you mean by headline. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Back to you, Christy.
Following the impact, the ship sailed to Juneau. The ship's starboard bow was damaged.
No, I don't know. Tell me.
Juneau.
An NCL, that's short for Norwegian Cruise Line,
You just
said
know
a decision was made to shorten the current voyage and cancel a cruise scheduled to begin this week. The U.S. Coast Guard said a member from the Coast Guard Sector Juneau Prevention Team and contracted divers determined the ship was seaworthy to return to Seattle, though, for repairs.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
not nothing major.
Titanic. I'd never heard of. Is in a growler the name of a keg?
It's a small keg,
Yeah.
small beer.
Okay, this says the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says an iceberg must be greater than 16 feet above sea level and 98 to 164 feet thick. The smaller pieces are called growlers or Bergy bits.
I like Bergy bits.
Oh, I do too.
That's a lot of fun.
That
Why
sounds
didn't
like
you
a
put Bergy
candy.
bit in there? Yeah.
But
You're not just having a plain salad, are you?
No.
You need Bergy bits.
Bergy bits.
Ooh, it's like blue cheese crumbles with bacon.
No,
in there
you
too.
ruined it. Blue cheese crumbles?
With
Ooh,
bacon
you don't
in there
like
too.
blue
You don't like
cheese
that?
crumbles?
No, of course not. I'm a
On a
person.
buffalo chicken salad? Oh.
See, me and Chris are having a nice morning, and you're making it
Nope.
negative for no reason.
I'm convinced anybody who says they like blue cheese crumbles is just lying for
We're
some
not
reason.
lying. They're very
I
tasty.
don't know.
and now the taste of rabbit turds and
That's
delicious
how-
salad.
Yeah, just all
That's
the
how
worst.
big the blue cheese crumble lobby is. You
Exactly.
don't even know.
They fool
just
you
know.
into thinking it's good.
the power they have.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's amazing.
Very persuasive.
It's alcohol, tobacco, and blue cheese crumbles.
Mm-hmm.
They're all in cahoots.
Bergy bits be a good name for like White Castles?
Bergy bits?
Like
Yeah.
If White
It
Castle
sounds like
did,
a dog food to
if
me.
White Castle did even smaller burgers, like like golf ball sized burgers, they could call. Hey, you got the. I guess they'd be burger bits.
Let me get a sack
God, I
of
want a
Bergy
slider
bits.
now. Thanks, Tom.
Well, how do you suppose the band felt aboard this ship when it hit the iceberg?
I guess we'll keep lying.
band?
Saw the
band?
movie.
Oh.
Guess we're gonna have to keep playing. Anybody got any ideas?
No way. I'd go, get out of my way. I'm using my cello as an oar. Let's go.
A little bit of near my God to thee, my ass.
That was the song. Yeah.
Pat, you've spent a lot of time in the cruise ship.
Certainly did, yeah.
Yeah, you got any? Do you have any songs about the cruise ship life?
I did have that one we could come back with, the big old ship about down
Oh,
in
okay.
Cabo.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that sounds like fun. We'll do that in honor of the
All right.
Norwegian sun, not
Okay.
going down, but hitting a
That's right.
hitting a burger bit.
Would you do an Alaskan cruise? I just had a girlfriend that came back and they loved
Yeah,
it.
I've heard from people that those are the very best.
And
You've
she
been-
wasn't really excited about going, and now she just can't stop talking.
You've done
about it.
that? Mm-hmm. Seen any
About five-
polar bears?
No.
Did
No,
she bring
I saw
a,
some bears.
a penguin home? Don't you
Penguins
get to keep
aren't in Alaska,
Don't you get to
Tom.
keep a penguin?
Tom,
You go on
chick.
the Alaska cruise? Don't
No,
you keep
penguins
a penguin?
are in the South Pole.
I think you're wrong.
Yeah, but it's kind of like the snakes in Florida. People that have penguins as pets are releasing them up
Yeah,
there.
it's real. It's sad.
Gotcha.
Not indigenous penguins
Ruining the
taking over
ecosystem.
Juneau.
They don't have any natural predators.
That's right.
Oh.
They go to 6 feet tall.
Polar bears don't like penguins, huh?
You know, the permafrost up there, though, is a problem. It's all going to melt away.
It is.
So the polar bears are north and the
believe
penguins are
fairy
south.
tales,
right?
yeah.
Okay, good to know. When we come back, we'll get all this nailed down. Coming up, we have smugglers in the news.
Smugglers blues.
And there may be a giant hole in the beach.
What?
You. Yeah.
What's her name?
Once again, thanks to TikTok.
There's a giant hole in the beach.
Okay, when we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello, chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Oh, yeah.
Got his guitar in his lap, Tom. His guitar's ready to go.
Oh, you going to sing us a song?
Looks
Cameraman?
like it.
Checking my chord changes there. Yeah.
There's Josh Arnold. He's at the sidekick chair.
Tom, will you tell your punk son to quit making fun of me?
Okay, so
I saw Roger Waters too. I also went to the concert, chick. Do you know Josh went to go see Roger Waters?
I want to be included. What
about
me?
Thought we were all friends about it.
There's Ace Cosby.
Seen him twice?
Manning the track phone hotline.
I have
Saw him in
never
Berlin.
seen
Now
him.
that is interesting.
see that traffic's getting heavy, Josh. You may want to leave early.
Oh,
Willie Griswold.
I'm so sorry, Josh. I did not mean
Chick
to start
McGee.
this.
Tom, you missed it during the break.
Sorry.
No.
Christy made the mistake.
Huge mistake.
Of grabbing a corn dog out of the freezer, and she heated it up in the microwave and innocently.
It wasn't really a corn dog, but go ahead.
Innocently, it was like a breakfast.
It's a sausage wrapped in a pancake with a sausage in it.
Looks exactly like a corn dog. So I'd like to think I started it, but she started to eat the corn dog, and I go, hey, fellas. And about 5 of us are all standing around in a circle watching her eat her eat this corn dog. Yeah. It was quite the
Only
scene.
2 of us completed.
It was a wild scene.
And then I came back in after I got my coffee, and then I go, Christy, you going to come? She goes, no, I can't eat that in there. And she just, if you work at this place long enough, you can't eat penis-shaped foods in this room, or else you get McDuffin.
Right.
I got McDuffin with the sausage in my mouth. Yep.
You got a sausage McDuffin?
A human resources dream.
As she's eating it, I can't say who said this, but as she's eating it, I hear from one of us, well, she really took it.
And then
could I make it any more clear?
had someone
the
ask
dream of someone at Human Resources, or there's a lawyer pulling over right now to give you a call.
I had a dream last night I got herpes.
What?
Yeah.
From who?
I couldn't figure it out.
Well, also from what? Was it from a mouth or from the downstairs?
It was downstairs. Yeah. And I got tested, and they were like, you have herpes. And then Alsman, for whatever reason, from our staff, was like, I'm on this. And she started calling around to find out where I could have gotten herpes from. And then it hit a newspaper.
That's so funny.
Oh, my
and I was
gosh.
like, why'd you say anything? She's like, I'm so sorry.
Even in your dreams, Alsman has to make phone calls
You just
for you.
said it.
I have a question. What the hell's going on?
And you just said I have herpes. And so now people are going to say, well, Josh, you didn't say in a dream.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm riddled with real herpes. I'm mostly herpy.
No, God, Josh.
Wow.
It's curable.
Hello there.
Thanks, Wolfman.
It's curable?
No.
Where were we? I know. Pat, what was this? You had what were we talking about?
We're talking about cruise ships.
We're talking about the cruise ship that hit a
Small
iceberg.
Ice chip.
And it's called the Norwegian Sun. They didn't scuttle the ship, but they're going to, I guess, slowly send it back south to be repaired.
Right.
But I guess they offloaded all the passengers and everything. Is that what happened? Wow. But you have a story about a cruise ship?
Yeah, I did a lot of cruises down in Mexico way, so I'll sing a little song about it. Hope you enjoy it. See all the tourists in Cabo buying those big sombreros, filling up on salty margaritas. Oh, cruise ship people sure love fajitas. They eat the tacos, tamales, and taquitos. Chips with salsa and burritos. They have nachos, ceviche, and too much alcohol. Oh, what do they do before their next port of call? They gotta take a ship, a big old ship. After the beans and guacamole dip, they take a huge ship. After tortilla chips, then they drop a dose on the boat. Plop, plop, plop.
So gross. So gross.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Really?
Lovely. I didn't know it was going to be a love song.
There's a current story out there. You can Google it if you want, about this huge brawl that erupted in a nightclub about somebody upset about a three-way or whatever.
Oh, sure.
At 5:20 in the morning on a cruise ship. Are the bars open all night? What's going
real
on
late.
there?
Yeah, real late.
Bars and you can get food all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Maybe that's what I need, Tom. A big cruise. I should go on a cruise. You want to send me on a cruise? How about a cruise?
It's a little confining.
I don't think you'd be
not the guy.
No.
Huh? Why not?
Well, because
you'd have to meet people. Is that the most?
All right,
constantly.
You know what? I'm setting you up, chick. I'm putting you on a cruise.
All right.
You ever been to Fire Island?
Dude, I would love.
You're gonna love it.
You kidding me? Get me out there with all the fellas. I'd get a little flamingo polo
Willie,
shirt.
we know you'd love it.
Come on, man! I'd become an Adderall dealer. It'd be great.
Oh, that's it. I didn't see the Adderall
I didn't
twist coming.
that
All right.
twist.
I got Adderall over here. I got poppers over here.
Okay.
What's going on? What do you need?
Right.
Now, coming up in the news, we have something about the Jetsons. I'm very excited about. But what else have you got over there, Christy?
I was going to do that, so I'll wait.
That's right.
I can do it if you want.
Officials are saying that mysterious lights spotted in the sky off the San Diego coast
yeah.
were part of a
Come on, Slappy.
Sorry.
Were part of a military
Just
exercise.
one morning, can't you try? Just one morning.
I had to reset the whole computer.
Christy, have you seen the video of these lights?
No.
They are UFOs.
Social media buzz as users posted photos and videos of the strange lights hovering in the night sky. One witness, Gabe Gunlock, tweeted a video of the phenomenon and wrote, Phenomenon. Multiple floating lights over the ocean. Very still, very bright, orange, reddish light. Patterns of 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The San Diego Police Department told ABC News that the lights were flares used for military exercises, but
only a flare.
Nothing to see here, folks.
The fact that there's sort of a symmetrical thing going.
Yes. Which, again, could allude to...
But you notice they didn't say whose military.
Oh, they don't? They don't
No.
say U.S. military exercise?
It's a military exercise.
Well,
could it be the Ruskies?
no. Why are you starting that?
This could be an alien military exercise.
It could be aliens.
Oh, it could be Mars's military.
Remember, if the aliens are here, they're not coming to exchange pleasantries.
They're not going to your Tupperware box.
We come in peace. But first, we have to exterminate you and
use your brains for fuel.
Isn't that the go-to excuse? Is it was military and
sure.
Weather balloon or flares.
I'll tell you what bugs me. They had that recent expose, and they've changed the name from UFO. You seen this?
No.
They're using something else now.
I mean, UFO doesn't have to mean from space; just means unidentified flying object.
Right.
I thought you'd know what it was. I'll have to dig it up.
Well, we don't are allowed to do those stories from you, so
I read this thing recently that said people have an inherent fear of aliens because we believe, sort of subconsciously, that if aliens arrive, they will treat us how we treat animals.
Oh, sure.
Which is the implications are sort of horrifying there.
Oh, yeah.
UAP is what I'm seeing.
We'll be pets or food.
I would love to be a pet.
Make good pets.
UFOs have been rebranded.
Porno for pyros?
Excuse me. UFOs have been rebranded.
No, excuse me.
Unidentified air. Well, no, I was trying to do something interesting. UFOs have been rebranded unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP. That's the
same thing.
That's exactly
They
the
can't
same
do
thing.
that, though.
Why are they doing that?
You refuse to grow or change or do anything.
No, it's like MVP, most valuable player, not MOP.
Could be the MOP. Most
No, it's
outstanding
stupid.
player.
We've already got MVP. It's in the culture. Let's leave it.
They must think UFO sounds too silly, too science fiction-y.
Yeah, I think that it has too many crackpot connotations.
UAP is not a hit song.
UAP?
WAP. Ultra moist. Well, that'd be UM.
Yeah, UMP.
Ump the hump or something. Okay, sorry.
What did you say?
Enough.
Crazy. Allow me to amaze thee. They say I'm ugly, but I just
Ladies
don't
and gentlemen,
faze
Josh
me.
Arnold.
I'm still getting in my girl's pants, and I even got my home dance.
I do the hump, the hump.
That is good, Josh. We need to make a video. Okay. We have a lot to get to, including the Jetsons are in the news, and we've got interesting animal stuff, including bees and other bees, bears, cats. Oh my!
What about bees?
And dogs?
Okay.
Doggy. It's a good golden retriever doggy story that I'm very excited about when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
He's in the. What are you doing over there?
Just sitting here.
All right.
Listening to you.
There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hi. What are you doing over there?
Nothing. There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline, hot phone.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
I can make my little toy car do a little flip over here.
I'm having a party in my head. You want to come?
No, not in your head.
Say it, Josh. Say it, Josh.
I don't think there's room.
Not
enough.
on it, Josh.
Golden Fire Marshal.
I think it's there's not room enough up there for a
I'll make it look like a bird poop.
We're arguing about a bunch of stuff.
Go, Tom. Go.
We're arguing about the government trying to. They have those big hearings about UFOs. But they're not calling them UFOs.
You're the only one that has a problem with this.
No, you can't do this.
Sure, you can.
UFO is standard parlance. You can't go. We're calling them UAPs now.
I
no,
think you can.
Especially when it means the exact same thing.
I think the Air Force would probably have the same argument because I think they have called them UAPs forever. We just weren't aware of it.
Yeah, but the average person knows what a UFO is.
All right.
You release a movie called The Attack of the UAPs, no one's going to go. And I hate when they change stuff like this.
I know you do.
Yeah.
MVP, most valuable player, and not
GOAT
or MOP.
Time is passing.
I mean, MVP is the GOAT of acronyms.
It sure is.
Yeah, you got to. Who cares? I'm sorry. We were talking also about roller coasters, and there's one on top of a ski resort.
There's one on top of a mountain in Colorado.
That's pretty
near
cool.
Vail.
It's wild.
That's very
It's
cool.
something.
But I was just last weekend on a roller coaster at Disney World.
Yeah,
Thunder Mountain.
Big
I'm sure.
Thunder Mountain.
I know as roller coasters go, it's probably not considered
Mild.
to be
tame but fun.
I love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that I was screaming like a little girl.
All right.
Dear fellas and Christy, military pilots, as you know, they are given call signs.
That's right.
One pilot had the call sign Slag. He told me the story how he was given the call sign.
Okay.
He made the mistake of telling other pilots that the first time he was shot off the carrier, he screamed like a girl. SLAG.
Wow.
Thus the name. Thus the call sign Slag.
I like that.
Yeah, call sign's big now, of course, with Top Gun. Have you seen it yet, Josh?
Yes, I enjoyed it.
Okay, yeah, me too. Have you seen it, Jack?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, I didn't know that you went.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Good.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
They absolutely insisted they would not have a happy ending on that show. By gosh, that kind of irritated me. But
what?
People are saying it's the perfect movie. Who am I to argue? It's absolutely perfect.
It was perfect.
Except for the fact that he would never have an what did he have, an Aston Martin in the hangar that on a Navy pilot's salary, one of 5 ever made.
Well, they didn't.
He owned a P-51. How do you own
They
a
didn't have time to
P-51?
do the part where he invented some medical device.
That's right.
Made him incredibly
Family
rich.
money.
This is so interesting because it seems like you would tear this movie apart.
He had a classic Porsche worth about $185,000.
Top-notch entertainment.
It's fun.
It's a very, very fun movie, and it's got John Hamm in it. Man, is he handsome.
He's a good-looking man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and the Hamaconda, the home of the Hamaconda. You suppose he calls it that?
Probably.
No.
Hey, you ready to see my Hamaconda?
No. He's a classier guy than
more
that.
You've seen him on dates with Flo. He doesn't act like that.
No, good enough.
Yeah.
Gentlemen. Yeah.
Notice that Flo's sitting in that commercial.
Slipping out of her chair.
Well, I will now.
Gosh, I mean, to be a woman in front of you, just what a nightmare.
Now.
Normally he talks to them like they're dogs. Actually. Hi,
Christy,
sweetie. How are you doing, puppy?
What do you got over there, Christy?
Should I bark now? A New York State trooper rescued a missing dog that was stuck in a drain pipe.
Aw.
The 13-year-old golden retriever named Lila had been missing for 2 days when her owner, Rudy Furr, heard her yelping for help and found her...
Rudy, spell the last name?
F-U-E-H-R-E-R.
Oh,
that's Fuhrer.
Okay,
Wait a minute.
seriously.
It's worse than I thought.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I mispronounced it on purpose.
You could have called him Mr. Rudy or something like that.
Why would you keep that
My
name?
last name is Fuhrer.
God, that poor guy.
Heard her yelping for help and found her deep inside a culvert pipe. He lives near Binghamton, New York.
Who's he?
Rudy.
Culvert pipe?
No.
Dickens' character, I think.
He wanted me to say it because he keeps putting it in the story, and I refused.
If you call him Mr. Fuhrer.
No.
But that sounds like
Mr. Fuhrer.
Please, Mr. Fuhrer was my father.
I thought
Just
you
call
wanted
me
to do
Hitler.
this because it was a cute story about a golden retriever.
I'm not
From the
Mr.
makers
Fuhrer.
of Mr. Microphone, it's Mr. Fuhrer. Gets a giant podium and
drives by
back for you later.
drives by in a flatbed truck, shouting out instructions.
Hey, good luck. Hey, good looking. We'll pick you up now.
Get in the vehicle.
I'm sorry.
Are you having fun?
I picked this story because his name is Mr. Fuhrer, and I love golden retrievers, as you know.
Rudy tried to get Lila out of the 2-foot pipe, but eventually called 911. and bring in State Trooper Jimmy Rassifone and his partner.
Rassifone? Come on. That's a fake instrument. That's one of the guys in the Wiggles plays the Rassifone.
Rasaphone.
I think Jack Black plays the Rassifone.
Yeah, he plays it on the Tonight Show, right?
He kills
The Rasa calculator, Rasaphone.
1, 2.
You wouldn't know your Rassifone? No.
You wouldn't know your hole from a rest on the ground. Oh, wait a minute.
Tread lightly, boys.
No, I want to see how this all ends.
I know you're having fun over there, but tread lightly.
To crawl the 15 feet into the pipe to reach Lila and get her out. Rudy was grateful that Rassifone had the compassion and initiative to go nose to nose with his dog in a drainage pipe. By the way, Lila is recovering well.
That would be terrifying.
Why?
To be in a little narrow pipe?
So scary.
Oh, yeah.
How did the dog get in there? I guess dogs
Chasing
have trouble.
Something?
They have trouble going backwards. I guess that would be the issue. Poor fella.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's all right. They got him out.
Yeah, it's all good.
Good doggers.
So technically, it was a golden retrieval. I guess
It sure was.
Yeah, the sweet puppy.
Thank you to the Fuhrer for all of
Mr.
See
Fuhrer.
why,
Oh, sorry.
See why I mispronounced it?
Hey, Dean,
On
can you give me
purpose?
that audio? I want to make sure Josh isn't here for his anniversary.
Did you hear what Willie? You didn't hear what Willie said. Mr. Fuhrer was my father. I'm just Adolf.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Me and Chick, we do our own show.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's really good.
But wouldn't you seriously, if your last name was Fuhrer, wouldn't you change it?
Yes.
Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you're a
Farnsworth?
weirder that loves history.
Something.
Yeah, but
Or you just spend your whole life going, it's Fjauer.
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Any of those, if it's anything like Fuhrer, anything close to Hitler, if it's like Boner or Wiener, just change it. That makes it easier for everybody.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. Okay, I'm sorry. Christy, back to you.
It looks like the Jetsons' house, and it's for sale in Oklahoma.
I had a
The house-
friend who really should have changed his name, man. He had a tough time.
What was his name?
Osama bin Manson.
It's got to be a rough line.
Yeah, every
Schoolyard.
I mean, he pronounced it Osama bin Manson. But you're not going to get that.
Yeah.
kind of
What's the heritage there? Is that?
You're not going to be able to order a
They're all
pizza.
over the place.
They're all
Get a coffee.
Forget about DoorDash. There's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Christy. The Jetsons' house?
Yeah, it's up for sale in Oklahoma. The house has
so?
gone viral.
One of the greats.
Can we
down?
can we step just a little closer to the base?
Okay,
for-
sorry.
yeah.
Good God.
Look at these horns. They're the best. Oh, I'm sorry. The Jetsons, have you seen this
hurts my
house?
ear.
No, I haven't.
The house has gone viral for its retro futuristic design. The circular home atop a pillar-like structure features large windows
All
offering
right.
panoramic views of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
No,
It has 2 bedrooms, 3 baths, and a personal elevator.
it looks like a joke because it's just, no. It's like if you're going to have a Jetsons house, it's got to be up in the air. It just can't be 6 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
No, it's about 30 feet off the ground.
That's
isn't it?
dumb.
The house
It
is
looks
listed
like-
for $415,000 and is being sold as is.
It looks like a giant water tower more than a Jetsons house, don't you think?
You know what? I would want to buy this house for Josh, just so when you go over and visit, he gets to say, "Hey, why don't you go stand in the corner, huh?"
Oh, yeah, it's circular.
Every
yeah.
single time.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
An
he
ugly
would.
house. Who designed this? Frank Lloyd Wrong?
Oh, that's because it's Frank Lloyd Wright, you see. And so,
Boom!
The joke there is
Go stand in the
Ace
corner.
your thoughts.
See.
He said yes.
Said yes, yeah.
I've heard of falling water. This is water tower.
I can't see from this picture. Is there a garage?
I don't think so.
So
It might be a detached garage.
Oh, a detached garage.
Oh, dear.
Well, it used to be attached. and now
It used
it's
to be
detached.
attached.
when I lived in DeLand, I had a detached garage.
Did you?
It was pretty far from the house. It was good to see.
One of those detached.
La-di-da.
I don't think there is a garage.
It may not be.
So
Would that be a deal breaker?
oh,
no,
God,
but-
yes.
But you get home with the groceries, you've got to go inside and either take them up the stairs or take the elevator, I guess. Mm-hmm. But it like I said, it looks more like a water tower or a giant Tinker toy than the Jetsons house. So,
While looking this up, I found an article, The Dark Parts of the Flintstones That Went Over Your Head as a Kid.
Oh, jeez. What?
Didn't we do the article? Wasn't George Flintstone born a few months ago? The fictional character
George
ought to
Jetson,
be-
you mean?
Yeah, sorry, what did I say?
George Flintstone.
Yeah, wasn't he born a few months ago, technically?
I think so.
I got nothing.
So it's
in the show, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay. Coming up, Christy, what have you got over there?
Well, we have Al Jackson coming up. That's what we have coming
and we
up,
have a
my
surprise.
friend.
We have a quiz for Al today.
We do?
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is going to be
like
very
the sound
exciting.
of that.
Yeah.
Al's our expert on contemporary language and what's happening in the hipper places of the world as he tries to help me get a little bit hipper. And we've got a little surprise for Al. I want to see if he knows what this means. And it involves a new song from Beyonce. Here's a picture of this guy with his doggy. Aw, look, the dog's all wet.
Of course, it's been in a drain pipe.
Once again, if you're just joining us and you missed the story, it's the guy's name is Rudy Führer, of all things. But there's a thing of him training his dog to heel.
Oh. That is heel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Not Heil.
Let's wrap it up.
Mr. Führer. Mr. Führer. It's the game show where you get to be in charge of everything. You can invade Poland. Coming up, we're going to invade the English language with the very funny and extremely handsome Al Jackson. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Welcome back to the Bob
Some
and
of us
Tom
are back.
Show. And Tom's descent into madness continues.
No, Willie got this new coffee. It took me 10 minutes to figure out how to open it.
10 minutes.
And then I got that done, and then I couldn't get the creamer open.
You know,
I love my dairy farmers. Could they please put cream in something that you can open up?
You and Big Dairy. Will you guys back me up? Aren't there the perforated lines? You pull the tab and the whole thing comes off?
I would have thought, but I've not seen this container.
I don't know what container. Is it like a old-fashioned milk container?
Don't you find it already embarrassing that there's a person on staff who pre-opens your cream for you? And apparently, bless her heart, she missed this one. And now here you are complaining about it.
You know where
Shake
the cream
your sugar up there,
You know where the cream goes.
Up your ass?
Subtle.
It rises to the top, I know that.
No, it goes into Godwin.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's where all the cream is.
Is that where you've been? You were late.
Pat, is he right? Is it hard to open those things?
It is hard to open them, yeah.
Possible.
He just shook his head.
I thought you were asking about me taking all the cream.
Oh, no, we already know the answer to that.
I love cream.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Not only is there two perforated lines going down
right
on the top, it says 3 triangles that point down.
Pull here.
And it says pull.
But you have to get your fingernail underneath the...
Oh, what a chore.
No, I just ripped it off.
Boy.
Okay, sorry.
How do you...
Just use that pinky Coke nail of yours.
That's the one.
Come on.
Not the 70s anymore, Josh.
I can't. I lost it in a hooker's ass last night.
There it is. There it is. We got him riled up.
Wow, subtle.
Are you happy now?
Real subtle.
What a big man.
No, see, I keep a pair of scissors in there so I can open this stuff, and someone's moved them.
Dude, somebody stole my scissors out of my desk. So
wait a minute.
There is a scissor thief.
I am going to get one of those chains like guys have in their wallets, chain the scissors so I can open up the cream.
Exactly.
I took 6 pairs of scissors home yesterday.
Oh, did you?
I have no doubt.
I'm calling the Cutco people. I need some quality scissors for the creamer.
Cut to chick. He goes home and he opens a filing cabinet just full of 50 scissors.
Yep.
And there's a top cabinet with 50 more scissors.
Oh, yeah.
I have scissors planted all over my house in special places.
I'm sure you do.
He does.
I got the laundry room scissors. I got the dog room scissors.
Every room
I got
has a
the
pair of
bathroom scissors.
What?
Pair of scissors. Every room has its own vacuum.
Oh, Al's
It's
just
truly
shaking his
crazy
head,
over
looking
there.
at you like
hey,
you're
Al.
nuts.
Hey, guys.
It's Al Jackson. Let's do the
What's
Jetsons
up?
theme. Meet Al Jackson. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Al, we're going to quiz you today. I hope you can hear great today, okay?
I can. Yesterday is my 45th birthday, so my hearing's going.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Old man, I love it. I feel like I'm officially this is my silver birthday. Let's do it.
Now, are you doing something different with your hair today?
I didn't brush it.
It looks good, though. Are you getting a little salt and pepper in there?
Oh, yeah. I've been, the lower I cut it, you can't really tell, but it's starting to come in. And I'm not going to fight it. I think every man has to decide. I did for a little while, and then it's just I don't want, I don't want to be the dude that's got jet black hair in his 70s. So I'm fighting.
Hey, easy.
Yeah, but, do you want to be Grady from Sanford and Son?
What's wrong with that?
You got to make your choice.
No, that's fine.
You know what it is? I feel like the guys that decide to go gray are letting the world know that I no longer am interested in like being considered sexy by half of the population. Like I'm concentrated on being sexy for like the people that are 41 and up. And I understand that now. If I ever walk in a venue where it's mostly like people in their late 20s, they'll be like, I think somebody's dad's here.
Yeah.
Like I'm here. I'm very happy with that. I'm okay.
Now, Al, I hope you can hear this carefully. This is something new from Beyonce. And I am not especially familiar with her work. I remember her from one of the Austin Powers movies, certainly.
Well, and then she was in Destiny's Child. She and Michelle Obama.
That's right.
Okay,
that's not true.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this for you, just a tiny little snippet, and see if you can figure this out. Ready? Here we go.
There's a whole lot of people in the house trying to smoke with a yak in your mouth.
Now, if I'm hearing it correctly, are a whole lot of people in the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something about trying to smoke with a yak in your mouth.
That's right.
Let's hear it again.
There's a whole lot of people in the house trying to smoke with a yak in your mouth.
Now, what is that? Is it trying to smoke with a yak in your mouth?
No, Tom, we covered this. Now I know you heard Beyonce's voice and you got a little flustered. You know, you're like, I might not know this, but Tom, if you just break down the yak, we learned that it is a type of drink. What is that shortened for? What is the full word for yak?
Oh boy,
it's the second syllable.
Telly Savalas used to advertise for this on the back of Playboy magazines.
Mm-hmm. He did?
Yeah.
He did the Players Club?
He did do Players Club, yeah.
He did.
And he also advertised this.
It's a popular type of whiskey, I believe. It's from France, traditionally.
Oh, this isn't Cristal, is it?
No,
yak is the second syllable.
I'm lost.
Cognac.
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 Sorry. Yeah, I've
Cognac.
never had it. I don't
It's
know.
made from champagne, though. Very good.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's hear it again. So it's
There's a whole lot of people in the house trying to smoke with a yak in your mouth.
is she saying
smoking and drinking cognac?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a good night.
Sure does.
Sounds like a party, man.
Yes, I thought smoking yak was a reefer reference.
No. I do kind of want Reefer to come back just so Tom can say that he was ahead of his time with it, because you've stuck with Reefer.
Yeah.
And waited for it to come back in style like Bell Box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's. Here's a little bit more of Beyonce.
Oh, baby, you won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul.
This is that very 90s kind of Miami sound. It's very
great.
fun.
Sounds like
Absolutely.
Man, more hooks than the tackle box.
Yeah.
Boy, that's
I think it's got a nice groove. Reminds me
I
of
think people
Dua Lipa.
are just like, I want to dance. I want to have fun music.
Yeah.
And we'll just do it like that.
Hey, Al, Beyonce sounds like Dua Lipa. That's what Tom just said.
It sounds just like that. What was that song? I'm
Levitating.
Levitating.
Does not
Your
sound like
favorite
that song.
song.
Same
Your
groove.
favorite song ever. Yeah.
I love that.
You know
song.
what is interesting though is like you never think about how streaming affects like fan bases, because there was always a period of time where you had your music, your parents had their music, and it was kind of separate, and you associated that music with your parents. But now I'll look at my daughter and she'll be listening to TLC, and it's a song that came out 25 years ago, but it's new to her. And since it's available on streaming, all of these kind of 90s artists, they kind of have that sound that you're hearing, that kind of fast-paced kind of like dance, just like one or two kind of hooks. It's all kind of still there and relevant, because people like my daughter are like discovering it for the first time.
It's also all about movies and all about TV shows. And the big one right now is Stranger Things, bringing back the Kate Bush song.
Right.
That's huge.
That thing's everywhere.
Yep.
Al,
my little sister, crazy.
Al, my little sister is 15, and so she's that age where she kind of wants nothing to do with me. I'm not very cool anymore. But the other day, I saw she was listening to Kanye West, and I go, "Oh, have you heard Kanye's early stuff?" And she hadn't. And for one brief moment, I was cool in the eyes of a teenage girl, and I love having that feeling again.
Yeah.
Those are going to be fleeting, but yeah, that's what the internet does.
Better Kanye than R. Kelly.
That's yes. See you later, R. Kelly.
You're welcome.
That big 30.
Al Jackson, happy birthday, Al. Happy birthday to Sally, by the way. my daughter Sally having a birthday
Yes.
today. And
Now-
Al,
now,
you can educate me a little bit today with more
Yes.
more lingo from contemporary culture. What have you got?
All right, Tom. Let me ask you a question. What if somebody says, "Yeah, Tom, unfortunately, they threw a football number at him"? What do they mean?
Wow.
Yeah, Tom, they threw a football number at him.
Chick, do you have any idea what this means?
I don't.
Does this involve money?
No.
What does it
does not.
involve? Jail time?
Time.
Look at the big brain on Christy.
Ah.
That's yes. I mean, when you look at it, R. Kelly, perfect example.
So it's
That
like
football
7+
number
years.
30.
Oh, is it because of
Yeah.
is it because of yards? He'll be spending a lot of time in the yard.
No.
Jersey number.
No points.
Jersey number.
It reminds you, jersey numbers. Yeah, because he's out in the yard.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, I need to understand the yard thing before we can move on.
Like a prison yard.
Football is a game of
Oh,
yards.
so you're thinking like the longest yard.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're 10 yards and a first down.
So a football number would be anything between, say, 0 and 99.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but football numbers are more like 7, 14, 28.
30?
Like you could, 30. It's not good. Football numbers are not like, oh, it did 6 months in the county. Like, you want to get those prison sentences that like the women from the college scandal got. Those were dope. Those are like 9 days. I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think like black men even understand that like you can get a number in the single digits. Like you're gonna serve 9 days. That's amazing.
So they throw
Who's your lawyer?
They didn't throw a football number at those
That's
levels.
right.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, thank you very much. Once again, Al Jackson is our guest. Al is a distinguished comedian, and he is one of the hosts of DBL, Daily Blast Live. Daily Blast Live. And
DBA is doing business as.
Sorry. What else have you got over there, Al?
Tom, I want to go to something, and this is one that's near and dear to my heart because I actually used to say it all the time. But Tom, when I say that I'm over here doing what it do, Tom, what am I telling you that's happening?
I'm over here doing what it do.
Doing what it do.
Doing what you do.
You said it too slow. It needs to be faster. I'm over here doing what it do. Say it fast, please.
I'm doing what I do.
Yeah. Doing what it do. Not you. Not you.
I'm doing what it do.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, now say it fast.
I see. I'm over here. As you can see, Josh, clearly I'm over here doing what it do.
You sure are. Yeah, good for you.
Okay, does this involve shampoo?
Shampoo?
Are you washing your hair a little? No.
No, you're over there
Fixing
you're
your
over there
do?
with company.
Oh.
Not necessarily in the throws.
Oh, I see.
You're letting somebody know that like lose my number for the night because your homies would be like, dude, why don't you come out? You can't talk because you're on the phone, kind of right in front of her. You're like, I'm over here doing what it do.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's very like
Leave me
coded
alone.
like, hey,
There's a potential romantic interlude happening here, and I'm hoping. I'm hoping to get a football number with this young lady.
You don't want a football number.
69.
Yeah.
That work for you, Christy? No. Okay. So,
You missed the. Never mind.
okay. I'm doing. What I
Tom,
do.
that wasn't bad. That wasn't
I'm
bad.
doing what I do. Have you heard that,
Tom,
Willie?
Tom, can you use yak and doing what it do in the sentence before you take us home?
Well, I would take your call right now, but right now I'm doing what I do with this young person over here, and he or she,
Of age?
he or she, depending on what the situation.
Of age, yes.
Yes, of course. Is drinking some yak and smoking some reefer.
Is it me
You got reefer in.
or at some point shouldn't he be getting just a little better?
He-
It doesn't seem.
No, you know what, Chick? It ebbs and flows. We'll have 2 great weeks where I'm like, I think we might be done here, and then just a couple weeks we forget all our basics. It's like if you mix the Karate Kid and 50 First Dates, where like he learns and then it goes away.
Yeah.
I'm drinking that yak. Don't talk back.
I love that.
It's something.
He's redeemed himself.
I think maybe his hat isn't doing him any favors. The sort of pink Bahamas hat.
that's
I think from now on, when Al calls in, we should get you like a fitted Yankees cap, and you could put some Timbs on. Really lean in. Try to find your voice.
You know what Timbs are, Tom?
I don't.
Timbs? Get you a pair of Timbs.
What are Timbs?
Al, tell
Tom,
him.
you know this.
You know
Tom,
this.
we went over like.
Is it referencing someone famous named Tim?
Oh, jeez.
It's like an LSD reference.
It's a pair of Tim Kavanaugh's. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, someone
That's those
famous.
Kavanaugh.
You know any shoe brand that has the Tim in the first syllable.
Oh, I don't know anything about shoes. Timberlands.
Close, yeah.
Timberland. There you
Very
go.
good.
And what are Timberlands famous
Timberland
for?
work boots are real popular.
Sorry, not
The
aware.
New York guys wear them.
They've come in and gone out. Come in and come
Al
in.
is just giggling to himself.
I
It's just
would.
Hey, Al, do you have any?
reference to a guy named Tim? Like
Yeah.
that didn't do anything for y'all.
Al,
that
do you have
that
any-
Was mine.
Al, do you have any Allbirds?
Do I have any what?
Allbirds shoes.
No. What is that?
Oh, I'll have to get you a pair. What size shoe do
Did
you
I
wear?
know about all birds? I need some all birds.
What size shoe do you wear?
13.
Oh, that's very impressive.
They're all they're all merino wool. There are several different categories, but my favorites are.
Chick
the
turned
merino
me on to
wool.
them. I literally have 8 pairs now, so it's my favorite thing. I wear them every day.
Yeah, they're very comfortable.
Okay.
do
Well,
it.
thanks, Al. The next time you serve your lady friend a little bit of cognac, give her the baby. Here's your yak. Don't talk back.
I think we would be more successful if we would teach you Old West speak.
I like that.
I'll do that next week, Chick.
Me and my lady
Al,
friend.
please do, baby. Here's your yak. Don't talk back. We just have to hear how it goes.
Yeah.
You're going to thank me.
Okay.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. All right, yeah, I just got off the phone with Josh. Yeah, he's not going to come over tonight. So, baby, here's your yak. Don't talk back.
And how would your baby respond, do you think?
She'd be like, I don't feel well. I'm going to call another man. I'm going to call a man that doesn't say that to me.
Yeah. How strange.
Thank you very much, Al Jackson.
See you, man.
Yeah,
Talk to you soon, Al. You're the best. I didn't have a good day today. Sorry.
Now, before we move forward, is what I'm seeing on the menu board for our guest, is that true? Josh, don't turn around.
Okay.
Wouldn't be upset.
When did that get added?
Is that coming up today? Is that really today?
I'm looking at the sheet here. What day is today?
All right,
Today's
Josh.
Thursday.
It is
Give it a
there.
look.
I had looked at the sheet
30th.
today.
I'll be leaving early.
We're being joined by comedian Greg Warren. I'm so excited.
Alleged comedian.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
What are we going to learn about today?
He's not here, right?
Coffee.
I don't know. I don't know if he's here or not.
No.
I'm going to talk about cranberry
The
juice.
history of the Super Bowl.
You ever wonder where Nestle's Quick came from?
Like a book
Yeah,
report.
sure,
All
Greg.
fascinating
Yeah.
topics.
Now they
Go
call
ahead and
it
start your
Nesquik.
speech.
Come on, Christy, just drink your yak and don't talk back. Don't talk back. Okay, thank you very much.
Gosh.
You're welcome.
Coming right back with something very exciting. Oh, yeah, baby. Could it be the Ace Cosby joke of the day? That's sexy time, right? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. He's beating us all down. I know he's beating me down anyway.
What he's going to do is he's going to get that award taken away from
Yeah,
him.
that's exactly. He's not going to be
I
happy.
haven't gotten it yet.
And then he's going to sit back and go,
What
happened?
I do?
What happened? Well, someone said you cheapened it by talking about
For
it.
those of you who don't know, Christy has won an AVN Lifetime Achievement Award.
That's right. Little known work. People haven't seen it all.
It's an award called Undercover Fluffer. And my goodness, Christy, you stay behind the scenes.
Exactly.
It's a thankless job.
Right. The unsung heroes.
Hello, Pat Godwin.
Hello, Chick McGee.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Chick, there's something flying around your head.
Oh, my God. What is that?
Acting.
Ace Cosby. Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline. Hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
If you're an indie, come say hi upstairs at Helium tonight. Going to be fun.
I'm Chick McGee, and there's Tom.
We haven't heard from Ace today.
Oh, we haven't. And we're not going to hear from him now either.
Thank God for that.
Oh, all right.
Gee, what could preempt Ace? I don't
I don't
understand.
know.
First of
What?
all, Willie turned me onto this tea.
Oh, God.
How is it?
No.
Will you just drink some water and
This
leave
is-
everything alone?
This is delicious. What's this called?
It's black mango.
Okay. Time out.
Black Mango. Isn't that a movie with, was it Fred Williams?
That's right.
Fred
Williams it is.
This from a guy.
Everything's a joke to you.
This from a guy who would go to a very famous restaurant, the Cheesecake Factory, and complain about the mango iced tea.
Yeah, but I think that was more of a freedom of choice.
It was years of it.
Decades of complaints.
I hate that tea. I don't like it.
I like traditional black tea.
Okay. Sure, I
do
too. Tastes like ass.
The way
I
God
believe
intended.
that's what you said.
But I didn't realize that Willie had brought this in. It's kind of
Give me a
tasty.
nice frosty glass of ass, will you?
But I complained repeatedly, and now they.
Yes, you
But
did.
when you would order iced tea, they'd go, "Oh, by the way, sir, it's flavored tea."
Yeah.
Go, that's an outrage. I don't want that. So now they have regular tea.
That's an outrage.
There you go. That's the way tea was meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see the guys on the bridge on the River Kwai. Oh, say we've been using that tea bag for 3 months here in prison.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, it's mango tea.
Yes.
Oh dear God, what kind of?
Yeah, you like
who's
the
the
mango
poofter
tea.
that got the mango tea?
Yes.
Prisoners of war.
Who's the poof?
They just call you a
Stick it right in my
poofter.
fanny.
Yep. That's
Well, it's time
You
now
know,
to check in.
and the weird part is he thinks he's doing great.
He's having fun.
Oh, man.
He's freestyling. He's having a good time.
Hello, Bob and Tom show.
Hey, it's Skipper Captain Dave, cruise director and shark hunter aboard the Chum Dumpster.
CD.
How you doing?
Good to hear from you.
Listen, I'm talking at you today as part of a public service announcement.
Oh, good.
Over the July 4th holiday, dozens of Americans will lose fingers, hands, feet, and other appendices from fireworks.
Of course, yeah. Be
mishaps.
careful. Wear eye protection at least.
Now, the whole thing makes me just sick, Tom. You bunch of pussies.
Oh.
Is that the kind of idiot you want to be? Explaining to everyone you're now a southpaw because you were baffled by the concept of a cherry bomb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're sick of having so many body parts attached, get rid of them the respectable way. Have them bitten off by sharks. That's what normal people do. Hell's bells, take a look at my crew. Those swabbies have lost more limbs than a forest, where birds weigh 200 pounds and squirrels have chainsaws for tails.
Oh, wow. A lot of lost limbs.
We never hold a dance aboard the Chum Dumpster because there's naught but 3 legs among us. Hell, our fingers are so scarce, we have to use the buddy system to scratch our balls.
Well, that's a lot of lost fingers
We're
there.
a boat full of human torsos, is what I'm saying. It's peg legs and peg arms and even a peg wing or two.
Oh, my.
But at least we can hold our heads up high. Well, all except peg neck Jimbo. Who lost everything above the shoulders to a great white.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Now, sure, we may be gnawed down to some intestines and a whole lot of kindling, but at least none of us is stupid enough to play soccer with an M80.
There you go.
Yeah, so this July 4th, play it safe, will you? Instead of fooling around with fireworks, just head over to the Deep Sea Aquarium where you can floss the sharks using your own tendons.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, happy 4th, and be sure to shoot some bottle rockets at old people. That's an order from Captain Dave. This is Captain Dave signing off. Goodbye. Happy 4th, you bunch of pussies.
Happy 4th, Cap.
Remember we learned that yesterday.
Yeah.
Shoot bottle rockets at old people. Watch them dance like Jed Clampett with ants in his pants. Hey, old man. Thoughtful, really.
Yeah.
That's the thing to remember there. Coming up, I'm so excited. Comedian Greg Warren will be joining us with a special edition of the Warren Report.
Hooray.
Okay. But first, Christy, you got a little quickie.
The retail store Bed Bath & Beyond is reportedly cutting down their use of air conditioning. A new report from Bank of America claims the company has turned up the thermostat in an effort to quickly lower expenses to make up for the slump in sales.
They, I believe, fired their CEO just a couple days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, you go in there and it's extra hot? Is that
I don't think it's extra hot, but I think it's...
You know, Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
I appreciate this more than raising prices.
So do I. Because I am sick and tired of going in places where it's so cold you have to bring a sweater everywhere you go.
Ah, jeez.
So you want to go to Bed Bath and Beyond?
I am an unabashed fan of that store.
I am too.
And I used to get in my mailbox.
Yep.
Well, how would you often just say check every few weeks?
I feel like almost weekly.
I want to say 2 or 3 times a week.
Those big postcards from Bed Bath.
Yeah.
and Beyond.
Yeah, you get 20% off.
I kinda
just
miss them.
used one. Yeah.
Do you have the
Turn your mic
toolbox?
on.
Do you have the toolbox full of all the batteries? Do you have like the AA, the AAA?
No, I mean I have they're in my closet. There's a battery section.
I totally thought you would be a battery display guy. I thought you would have the big toolbox where you fill it up with the C's and the D's.
No, not a toolbox, but they're all in their boxes.
Okay.
There's a toolbox for battery?
They actually make special battery.
Yeah, packs
They're pretty cool.
And that's a Bed
I
Bath
keep
and
mine in
Beyond
a big
thing?
shoebox.
Or is that a container store thing?
I don't know.
Okay, that sounds
Talk to your
Either
son.
one,
He's the one who brought it
probably.
up.
Sounds very.
Sorry I said anything. My goodness.
Your mic wasn't even on.
Yeah, it was a bad little moment there.
So this is not a Bed Bath and Beyond. Never mind. Coming up, we have a comedian, Greg Warren. This is very exciting.
Sure it is.
Come on.
We've got a cat taking on a bear.
Yep.
A little kitty cat.
I'd like to place my bet now.
We got bees in the news.
And a little bit of cocaine news coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Howdy.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi.
Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Ace is doing more than manning the track line hot phone.
Track phone hotline.
Well, same thing.
Josh, you all packed for your trip?
Yeah, man. Well, no, I've got a few things to still load up.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have a...
All your lures and things?
Yeah, I got
Ace?
those loaded up.
No.
Here he is with his joke of the day.
This time of the year, you see them all around, those lawn care experts.
Sure.
They're always listening to music. What kind of music do they listen to?
What kind?
Motown.
Man, I hope there's a lawn care business called Motown.
That's
Sure.
fun.
Sure.
MOW.
Yeah,
C-O-W-N?
maybe in Detroit.
I bet they can't. I bet you anything.
Even if they spell it M-O-W?
No, they'd. I would if I had anything to do with Motown. I'd shut it down. Absolutely.
It'd probably be good publicity for them these days.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I enjoyed it, Ace.
Thank you.
Have a thing where
I
you have
do
a
too.
commercial where you have Stevie Wonder driving one of those big lawnmowers. He drives it right into the street in front of a car.
No, he would drive it. He would cut the mow. He would mow the lawn perfectly.
Yeah.
he could
'Cause he
see.
could see.
Oh,
remember?
of course, I forgot. You
That's
guys
true. We
believe in the conspiracy
put the
theory.
lid on that earlier.
All righty.
Where you
let's
been?
See, where were we?
Oh, Tom, look at this. An email from somebody explaining UFO versus UAP.
Oh, okay.
Now, you object to the military's use of UAP because UFO is what it's always been. And
there was this congressional hearing. All of a sudden, it was all UAP. So
Right.
no one knows what they're talking about.
well, there's a very good reason, says Richard, you uninformed radio hosts.
Uh-oh.
UFO, unidentified flying object, makes two unwarranted assumptions. That, one, it's flying, and two, it's an object. Many of these observations have been identified. In many cases, it was not flying, or it was not an object. Therefore, unidentified aerial phenomenon is a better term.
That makes sense.
No, of course it is. When the military is covering up the fact that aliens are here, of course they want.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I just,
Oh, you
you're
finally
exactly
come
right.
over to our side, huh?
Yep.
No, he's right and I'm wrong. But the point is,
So when you say no one knows what they're talking about, you don't mean you.
yes, I do.
You don't know what you're talking
Of
about
course
either.
not. No, we're just used to UFO. It may be inaccurate. but
Yes, right. We're used to some words that we should use and are gone now. And
Yeah.
by God, if we stop
There's a
using
reason.
those
And I
words,
got one more thing to say about water fountains. I don't think. No,
right.
sir. No, sir.
you know, next thing you know, your minorities are gonna.
Okay. Like I said, you make a movie called, what is it? UAF? What the hell are they calling them now?
UAPs.
Yeah, the attack of the UAPs. No one's going.
Oh, that doesn't sound
Boy, that is
particularly-
quite the argument. Thank you, Tom.
Tom, if you could pick one, would you pick the Flintstones or the Jetsons?
Oh, that's a good question.
that-
Where would you
yeah,
live?
I really would have to pick the Flintstones.
Well, listen to this.
Why?
Eric writes in, says, "Good morning, morons," and Christy. Have you heard the conspiracy theory that the Flintstones and the Jetsons take place simultaneously?
What?
In the near future, A cataclysmic event causes the surface of the earth to revert back to prehistoric times, while the wealthy build cities in the sky to escape it.
Oh, cool.
Isn't that fascinating?
Huh.
And that would make sense. They have a robot maid because you don't have a low-class person in the sky, so you have to get a maid, right? That makes sense.
I don't know.
You don't think they would enslave the, Flintstones? They'd go down there and...
Well, no, that's what the robots are for.
Yeah.
Yeah, but historically, I think humanity tends
Well, I
to
think we
enslave.
learned.
No, I doubt it.
A fascinating theory, nonetheless.
Yes, I certainly agree. Now, we have Christy Lee at the news desk. Have we missed anything, Christy?
U.S. Customs officials in Baltimore discovered over 30 pounds of cocaine in a man's electric chair. Officers, electric wheelchair is what I meant to say. Sorry. Came out wrong.
Any last requests? Can I get an 8-ball?
Right.
I got my own over here.
Officers at Baltimore Washington International Airport, BWI, referred a New Jersey man, Mr. Gabriel Ruiz, for a secondary examination after he arrived from the Dominican Republic. When officers x-rayed the man's Jazzy 614 electric wheelchair, they detected anomalies within the seat.
It's called a Jazzy?
Mm-hmm. Back cushions, where they uncovered 13 plastic wrapped bricks containing cocaine.
Wow.
Yeah. Street value, $1 million.
Oh, my God.
A 34-year-old was arrested on charges of narcotics, importation, and possession.
The Tudor scooter.
Wow. Where'd this take place?
At BWI, Baltimore Washington International.
Gotcha.
Well, so the question is, was the guy really wheelchair bound?
I don't know.
Yeah, that is a good question.
I don't think
Because,
that's...
I mean, if he is, at least got a good parking space at the courthouse. Got to look at the
That's
bright.
that's where you take
Got to
away
look,
from this?
look at the bright side.
Okay.
It'd be great in a movie. This guy in his chair takes off, and a cop on a Segway comes after him. A low-speed chase. Well, I wonder if the guy was really in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
I mean, if they recruited somebody to,
Oh, somebody who would actually require the wheelchair if they recruited
I mean,
to be
would
their
that be the
mule?
way to go? So at least the guy looked like he belonged in the chair.
How do you know?
Well,
don't ask.
I'm not going to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you don't want to have
the guys wearing running shoes.
Anybody could... You could sit on a Jazzy and...
Oh, I know. I just came from Disney World. I saw
I got
a lot
a Jazzy.
of Jazzies and other things people were sitting on. I just think it's nice that drug smugglers are providing jobs for the disabled.
Yeah.
So there's a positive spin here.
Do you have a song, Pat? Or
I had a song about cocaine about a year ago or so.
That's cool.
That fishing
Christy,
boat.
what else?
You know, I'm sitting here looking at Pat holding his guitar. Usually that
I
means
know.
he's got a song.
Yeah, okay.
I apologize for calling on him.
No, that's okay, Pat.
We had something, didn't we?
Yeah,
Little
we did.
time machine action.
No. You apologize. Try this. I apologize all to hell. Try that.
Apologize all the hell to all of you.
There you go.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, Pat.
Yeah, I found it.
This is the cocaine boat. This isn't a wheelchair. This was where they in Spain. They detained a fishing boat.
Right.
In this case, 3 metric tons of cocaine.
Ooh, that's a lot.
It's a 65-foot long vessel. They found it 300 nautical miles south of the Canary Islands. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's
3
more than a
metric-
million.
3 metric tons.
Mhm.
Bars the blow.
What a great effort. That was really. Yes. I say yes. The effort almost transcended the
But it was cocaine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'd like to know where you got the cocaine. Said we'd like to know where you got the cocaine. There's coke in the boat, maybe. Coke in the boat. We'll look the boat over. Coke in the boat, maybe. Coke in the boat. We've been watching you since you began. Your boat drags a little in the aft, and your crew looks so nervous out at sea. And we're trying to make España drug-free. There's powder in your fuel tank, so please explain while you're traveling with a cargo full of cocaine. So we'd like to know where you're taking the cocaine. Yeah. We'd like to know where you're taking the cocaine. Yeah, there's coke in the boat. 3 tons maybe. Go get a boat, hand the boat over. Go get a boat, 3 tons maybe. Go get a boat, go get a boat. Yeah! Stumbled all over that, but we got
That was good.
That was Coke in the Boat by Pat Godwin. Coming up.
Trying to find a picture of this thing. Can't find one. That's a
Why does that make me laugh so hard? Coke in the boat.
It's so fun. Coke in the boat.
No picture.
No picture of Coke in the boat.
Well, this couldn't be the one. This is a speedboat.
Oh yeah.
Thanks. 65 feet. Acknowledging that attempt. We have coming up. I'm very excited about this. Comedian Greg Warren will be joining us.
Oh, you're the
terrific. Very exciting. We'll have. I'm sure he'll be exploring a topic and going deep, as they say.
What's the deal with marbles?
There's a rock is called marble. And
There's a
glass,
happy
really.
accident at a foundry.
I found a cat's eye.
A boulder. How did those happen? Uh-oh.
Well, he's practicing.
Oh, hey, buddy.
He doesn't hear us. He can't hear us.
He sure
He's
can.
laughing at his own joke.
He's laughing.
This is great.
This is embarrassing.
We're watching him on the big screen.
This is as embarrassing as anything I've ever seen.
I think he can hear us. He's messing with us.
No, he can't.
talking to Dean, I think.
He's talking. Oh, is he talking to Dean? Is that what's going
Oh,
on?
this is awful.
No, wait a minute.
Flasher lady that.
Oh, wait. No.
Yep. Nope. He
Wait,
thinks he's.
now-
Now he doesn't. Hey, wait, am I on? Hey, am I early?
Flasher lady.
Oh, son of a gun.
I was just practicing.
Hey, Greg, Bob and Tom show here, Greg Warren.
Hey guys, sorry. I thought I was.
You're not
thought
on
I
yet.
wasn't
Can you give us the teaser, just the encapsulated, very short, the précis, if
What
you will, of
amazing
the.
topic today, Greg.
We're going to talk about a 10-cent beer night in Cleveland.
Yeah,
famous.
That's a great story.
Chick, little applause over there. Or anything?
I'd rather hear about
Hey,
marbles,
chick.
quite frankly. I'd rather hear about marbles. Or
Right
something.
now, thank Greg. Hang up on him. Look at that handsome man. Oh, that's Pat Godwin.
Yes.
Coming up, it'll be Greg Warren, comedian. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Yep, there's Josh Arnold's sidekick chair.
Hello.
Hello. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much. That sounded kind of like a negative introduction, wouldn't you say?
No.
I didn't know. I didn't get that.
Thought it was very professional.
No, I know.
Straightforward.
We have
a
special guest joining us.
special guest joining us.
That's a little insulting.
Yeah, he is the very handsome.
Backstage at The Price is Right.
It's comedian Greg Warren. And Greg, what is the cap that you're wearing there?
That's the St. Louis City. That's the new Major League Soccer team that's coming to my hometown.
nice. Oh,
cool.
Yeah.
They're called the City?
Yeah, they're called the City.
Well, you know, that's not going to last very long unless they're really, really successful. Because if they are below 500, they're going to become the...
Yeah.
Oh man, I never even thought of that. Chick.
St. Louis.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, that's you got to remember these things.
Oh, you got to think about them.
Think ahead.
Well, we should have the group of people who came up with that name, the small consortium,
Yeah.
the itty bitty city committee, could have easily.
Yes.
I don't know if they vetted it all that much. But,
Yeah.
All right.
They named the Ferd burglars.
well, the brothers Ferd burglars, sure, they're part of that whole.
And then when the
Well, yeah, that's that's
when the Ferd burglars started to go down, people were making fun of them. I'm sorry.
And don't even talk about the other guys, the smockluckers.
Oh,
No,
right.
no, Greg.
Well, Josh, the smock bucklers are they're very, very well to do in St. Louis.
Now,
they have a lot of money, and they.
Greg, traditionally, when we do the Warren Report, you have a picture of someone associated with the name Warren behind you.
Yeah.
Are you home? It looks like
a hotel.
No, I'm in Vegas, Tom.
Thank God those aren't your curtains, because I was going to yell at you.
No, it's the hotel curtains.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the strip behind me. But if I open it up, you would the lighting you wouldn't be able to see me. Which
Oh,
that might
no.
be-
Let's not make that happen.
Horrible.
That'd be awful.
now, are you playing at Brad Garrett's club?
Yeah, here at the
I love
MGM.
this. That's a
Yeah.
great,
Oh, nice.
great place.
It's a beautiful club, man. It's really nice.
Yeah, we've been there. Yeah, it's great.
We'd love to have
They got a new club now. They moved it upstairs.
Oh, they did?
Wow.
Yeah.
Not in the basement
it's-
anymore?
Oh, well, I'm moving on up.
Now, before we descend into hell, have you seen Brad? Is Brad there this week at all?
He's going to be there Saturday and Sunday. He'll be on the show Saturday and Sunday. So
Flute man. Happy to have you, Flute man.
Yeah, tell him hello first of all, and
Yes.
I will.
His work continues to get better and better. He's so great.
He's great.
And if you ever get a chance to see him live, there is no one even close. His approach to comedy is so unusual.
Greg does a pretty
Tom,
good job, too.
I'm on the show, too.
What I'm trying to say is
not going to be close.
Not worth it seeing till Saturday or Sunday.
Greg, I'm just saying, would you agree with me that his approach to comedy is vastly different than anyone else's?
Yeah, he's really, really good.
Yeah. And you're very good as well. Just, your approach is not the same as his.
You're
It's just
backtracking.
Okay, well, now we have to move on here because every week on this show you take a topic and explore it and get to the what do they call it? A deep dive, I believe is the current phrase.
Yeah, I like to think I get to the heart of the matter.
And we're doing a deep dive about a famous event.
Yeah, this is a 10-cent beer night in Cleveland. Happened in June of '74, June 4th to be precise. Just a little background. In the 70s, the Indians were not a good team, and nobody was going to Cleveland Indian games. So they had to come up with gimmicks. They did like tightrope walkers one night. They did a guy got shot out of a cannon.
Well, this explains everything about Tom Griswold now.
Yep.
You love all of these things.
I was not at that event, but a friend of mine was there.
They used to have the halter top night. Which there's some amusement parks in the Midwest that continue to have halter top night every night. One in particular, Six Flags over Mid-America, I think, still has halter top night and day. So it was. Nothing at all.
Oh, okay.
No, it was 10-cent beers. Now they limited the beers. You could only buy 6 at a time.
Okay, at least they had limitations.
Reasonable.
6 beers under $1.
Yeah, and they were expecting like 12,000 people. They got 25,000 people showed up. Now, 6 days previous to this date, they played the Texas Rangers in Arlington, and there was a brawl that broke out between the players. And Texas fans threw hot dogs and beers at the Cleveland Indians. So after the game, they said, "Hey, you're going to Cleveland," because they were playing Cleveland at the Rangers at 10-cent beer night. They said, "Hey." To the Rangers, said, "Are you worried when you go to Cleveland, fans are going to do the same thing to you?" And Billy Martin, their manager, said, "They don't have enough fans to make a difference." So 25,000 showed up for 10-cent beer night. And early on, there was evidence of drunkenness. There was a flasher lady that ran out and tried to kiss the umpire.
Oh, sure, yeah.
There was a father and son that mooned the crowd from the field.
Oh, that's classic.
Tom, do you want to step up here? It wasn't you and your dad, was it?
No, I was not at the game.
Let's have a little fun.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Willie, you and your dad ought to go down to the and then it got just a little uglier. Fergie Jenkins, a chick, right, famous pitcher, Ferguson Jenkins, was hit with a line drive, and the crowd started yelling, "Hit him again! Hit him again! Ooh. Harder! Harder!" Yeah, it wasn't good. And then they started throwing hot dogs, and then they started throwing fire.
I know, right?
Sorry, Josh. I know that offends you.
A perfectly good hot dog?
They started throwing fireworks at the Rangers dugout.
Wow.
Mike Hargrove, a member of the Rangers, got hit. He didn't get hit, but he almost got hit with a gallon jug of Thunderbird. Yeah, and this is where it pays to have me as part of the team, guys. I sold beverages back in the day, and this is the 70s. They did not develop polyethylene terephenate. That's the plastic beverage containers that we have today. They didn't develop that till the late 90s. So we're talking a glass bottle of Ouch.
That would hurt.
Yeah. And then they started throwing more bottles, rocks, radio batteries, folding chairs, cups, and popcorn containers. I don't think it was the popcorn containers that really concerned people.
No, maybe.
I don't think that. So it started going pretty bad. And late in the game, Jeff Burroughs was a player for the Rangers, and he's running, I think, from second base to third base. And a guy, this was sort of harmless. He just ran out onto the field, and he tried to grab Jeff Burroughs' hat, and Jeff fell down, and Billy Martin thought that the fan attacked Jeff. So he had his players go out onto the field with baseball bats. And that's when things got real bad because the players, the Indians fans, 200 of them converged on the field, and they started assaulting. The Rangers players. And this is kind of cool. The Indians manager, Ken Aspermonte, said to the Indians, you got to go out there and help the Rangers. Our fans are going to kill them.
Yeah.
So they went out there and they sort of protected them. It got really bad. The other thing he did, at one point, they weren't able to get the beer out enough quickly. People were lining up for the beers. So they got a good idea. People could just go directly to the Stroh's truck parked in the outfield and get it out of the truck. They really made some poor decisions. There was a guy, a newspaper reporter that was trying to interview a fan, and that the fan punched him in the face.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I'm assuming they stopped the game, right?
They called the game. They called the game in the ninth inning, and they forfeited.
Who was in the lead?
It was interesting. I think it was tied, or maybe the Rangers had a one run lead.
Wow!
And this is how they were a little tone deaf, because the GM basically, when the general manager, they asked him about it, and he said, it's the umpire's fault for not getting things, not controlling the situation.
Poor guy.
And he said he thinks the reason why the Rangers ran out with baseball bats was because Billy Barton knew they had a guy on second and they were about to tie the game up. So he was trying to milk a forfeit.
Wow.
Is what he said. And
Okay.
I think you're focused on the wrong thing here. They're throwing Thunderbird containers at the players. Lee McPhail, he was the AL American League president at the time, said that, the beer definitely contributed to what went on that day.
You think, Lee?
Yeah. Smart guy. Real smart guy. And then, Tom, this is what your city did. This is a disaster. People, it was crazy. And your city said, okay, we're going to have another one in 4 weeks. But we're going to limit it to 2 beers. They had another one, and they sold 40,000 tickets, but they did have a 2-beer limit. You got to think that meeting was just a little tone deaf, really. There's probably some guy. Okay, guys, people got hit in the head. It's a bad look. We got to come up with a different idea. How about 11-cent beer night?
Wow.
Yeah, it's a famous event.
Was it televised?
That's a good question. I don't think it was. I know the radio broadcaster broadcasted the fight.
Herb Score.
Yeah, so that's a great question, Josh. I don't know. I don't think it was. I think it was just a radio broadcast.
Okay.
Can you don't they cut off beer sales now at the 7th inning or something? Was it because
they do.
of this?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if they do that, because 4 weeks later they had another 10-cent beer night.
Yeah. Wow.
There's only I think 4 other games that were forfeited in Major League history. One of them was the famous Disco Demolition Night.
Oh yeah,
Steve Dahl.
When
yes.
Steve Dahl, some DJ that was whining that he got fired from a radio station because they started playing disco, went over to another radio station and took on the fight against disco.
Yes,
and that was at the Chicago White Sox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Famous, great moment.
Right.
Yeah, they blew up a bunch of disco records in between.
They hadn't really thought it. I think the authorities hadn't thought it through.
No, there was. They burnt a hole in the ground in the field. The other was a baseball night. That was in 1995, not that long ago. The Cardinals played the Dodgers.
You remember this?
At Dodger Stadium, and there was Raul Mondesi got ejected for arguing a call, and all the Dodgers fans threw baseballs at the umpire. So they stopped the game for 7 minutes. And they started back over, and people threw more baseballs.
Reminds me of that joke in the movie Basketball. What an unfortunate thing to happen on Dozen Egg Night.
Great joke.
Yeah, and Tommy Lasorda said that was he blamed it on the announcers for not telling people to not throw baseballs. But that apparently they don't give out baseballs anymore until after the game.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Which it kind of makes sense, but they gave out Colton Wong bobbleheads the other night, and you could throw those at somebody if you wanted to.
Yeah, and they've given out, I was always part of Rawlings Mini Bat Day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you gave me one of those.
Yeah.
Nothing can go wrong now.
Yeah.
There was a famous bat night at Yankee Stadium, I think, and they didn't stop the game. That's not one of the forfeits, but some people, they gave people bats in the Bronx. It was.
Well, you can see Greg Warren this evening and through July 3rd at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club.
Awesome.
In Vegas. It should be a great show.
Yeah, man. Sorry if I'm a little under the weather. Mark Gross, my buddy, came up, and we've been gambling for about 36 hours.
Oh, man.
How's it going? Are you winning? Are you up?
I'm up a little. I think I'm up like $100. Gross hit a straight flush yesterday and won $1,300 on one hand.
Yeah, he did.
Ultimate Texas Hold'em. It was awesome.
That is awesome.
Oh, great.
Tell him we say hi.
Yeah.
Please.
Look forward to his next project. Thanks, Greg.
Hey, thanks, guys.
See you, Greggy.
Look forward to talking to Greg again next week.
I love you.
Oh,
he hates stuff like that.
When we come back, we're going to learn a little bit about what's going on in the world of history. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, Chick.
He's at the sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom.
Getting ready for the 4th of July, of course.
Yeah.
Have you seen that meme of Thomas Jefferson?
No.
Calendar says it's July 30. He goes, damn, it's due tomorrow.
Oh, that's funny.
July 4th, you
Right.
said.
Oh, you
Right,
have
writing
to
it up.
have
Okay.
the-
His little history joke there.
Cramming.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Big hurry. You
Got a
said.
declaration.
Yeah, okay. Got to get
How
that
long did
done.
it take to write that thing?
6 weeks.
Oh.
And we've learned yesterday the name of the person that actually wrote it out.
Yeah, I forgot his name now.
They didn't have a printer. They had to.
It's like
Fancy
Jacob
name.
Scully or something.
I think
Something
you're
like
right.
that.
Sounds right, yeah.
Fancy name for a calligrapher, wasn't it? Or
Well, he
something
did
like
an
that?
excellent job, and thank you. Time now to, speaking of history, and things in the world of history.
Time now for Today in History. Here's Tom. I don't know how this is going to go. He seems a little extra out of it, but
I think Chick's going to get
here
this.
we go. Here
All
we
right.
Do you remember who Charles Blondin is? I'll give you a hint.
I don't.
The date in question,
Joan Blondin's dad.
the date in question, 1859.
Oh, no, couldn't be that.
Charles Blondin was a famous daredevil And he,
Of course he was.
They say, was the first to cross Niagara Falls on a tightrope.
Oh, really?
Isn't that cool?
Well, Blondins do have more fun.
That's
okay,
right.
Very good, very good. And in those days...
What do you mean they say? Wouldn't they know?
What do you mean?
I mean, it's not something you tell people, oh, by the way, I walked across Niagara Falls. You'd have to have people
Yeah, it was
witnessing it.
There were thousands of people witnessing it. It was
Okay.
great. And in those days, if you fell off, everybody just goes home.
Yeah.
There's no rescue. He's gone. He's dead.
Well, I think nowadays, if they fall off, I don't think they
Well,
can
we
do
just watched
very much.
a person die.
They'd go look to you. But, he did it. He made it across.
Good for him.
Sure he did.
Oh, yeah. This is something really obscure. I had not heard about this. 1908, a large explosion flattened 80 million, get your hands around that, 80 million trees near the Stony Tunguska River.
And where's that?
Where is that?
That's in western Siberia.
Oh, well, nobody heard it.
Is this today in history from any sort of
dry
publication that
80
we would
million
be
trees.
familiar with? Or is
What
this,
was the explosion?
The theory is that it was a gigantic meteoroid.
A meteoroid.
I think it was the
It might have
arrival.
been.
I think it was the arrival of Putin and his people.
Oh, I see. You think you have aliens of some
Okay,
sort?
this will might interest you, Chick McGee. 1938, Action Comics #1 issued. Guess who was the action?
Superman.
Superman, of course.
You know what he's doing on that cover?
Lifting,
you remember?
Lifting a car.
Yeah, he's just carrying a car over his head.
And I think I think this started the trend of superheroes wearing their briefs over the outside of their tights.
Oh, that was the start of that? Yeah.
Don't you think? I mean,
yeah.
Well,
had anybody done that before that?
Overwear, they call it.
Did wrestlers do that? I don't know. Did boxers do that? Did they wear the underpants?
You know, getting back to Niagara Falls,
Yeah.
why are we still sharing that with Canada? Shouldn't we have taken that, all of it, for us?
Yeah.
That's ours.
The Canadian side is the more beautiful side, they
You
say.
watch your tongue.
There's no freedom on that
Is that
side.
where the actual fall is? Is on the Canadian side?
No, it's on both sides.
Yeah, the river splits kind of down the middle.
There's no freedom in
Yeah, there's no
Canada?
freedom on that
okay.
side.
All right.
There's a great story about the falls once the river froze up,
Yeah, it stopped the falls.
stopped the falls. And there are pictures of cars and stuff right on the edge. And then I guess they heard this huge explosion, and guess what's coming?
I still say there's a big wheel, a big valve that they can shut the falls off if they want to.
They
at any
diverted
time.
them. They diverted them a while
Damn
back.
right they did.
And did some repairs, but
Pretty wild.
Yeah. Now here we go. 2016. This is weird. IKEA opened a museum in Sweden.
Wow. I mean, they've been around there way more than they were here.
If you want to see the IKEA museum, just go to the store. I mean,
No one,
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
no
yeah.
one attended, right?
I don't know. Let's see now. What else have we got here? Johnny Carson Show debuted on CBS in 1955.
Yeah, that was pre-Tonight Show, of course.
Obviously, pre-Tonight
Yeah.
Show. Happy birthday, Stanley Clark,
With
the great bass player.
Yeah, with an E. Yeah, with an E.
jazz bass player.
Gotcha.
A friend of the show, David Allen Greer, born in this state in 1956.
He's a likable guy. Man,
Yeah.
oh man. Very funny.
And happy birthday to my daughter, Sally.
Ah, Sally.
How old's Sally now?
15.
A year away from car time.
15. Oh, you got to buy her a car next year, Dad.
We were braces buddies. She had her braces the same time I had mine.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Adult braces.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Don't have them anymore?
No.
Let me see. Oh, that's
Good.
right.
Yeah, they're
Well,
look straight. They
You
were
wear a
jacked
retainer?
up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. At night.
Okay, well, and that's pretty
Fill it
much
with Hershey syrup.
That's pretty much today in history. Yeah. So you want to say happy birthday to Fantasia Burrito?
Well, why wouldn't I?
Isn't that from American Idol?
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's not
Marino?
It's not burrito.
It's Burrito. Sorry,
Burrito.
Boy, a Fantasia Burrito, that'd be great.
Oh, yeah. A broom serves it to you.
Mouse meat.
Time now for things we learned today on
But
the
it
Bob and
danced.
Tom Show. You're not helping him. He's going around the bend. Don't go with him. Don't. Please don't.
Okay.
There was a Wordle issue early on the show today. Tom and Jeff Oskey were at odds about the word gawky, believe it or not.
Yesterday's Wordle.
A word I've heard
never heard it.
Many, many times.
I got it, but I thought it was a fake word.
I don't know if you've heard about this or not, but Christy Lee's being inducted into a Hall of Fame.
That's nice.
Now you're up to Josh
ADN
wants to
Hall of
streak. Josh wants to streak the event.
I will.
For $100.
Tom
and promise of my job.
Yeah.
Tom is excited for 4th of July fireworks. Now, they're probably going to be on Saturday or Sunday, not Monday. You know that, right?
Yeah. Some places will do them early.
Be aware. You know that.
Yeah.
You pull up and wait for the fireworks.
Remember a few years ago, I pulled up and thought, wow, there's nobody here. This is great. And, of course,
We're the only family.
They'd shut them off the day before.
Yeah. Joe Christmas is a bar band in Vail, Colorado that Tom saw with his brother when they used to they would slide behind a bus naked while they called it bumper sliding.
Not naked.
In Vail. They did everything as children naked together. Mm-hmm. Joe Christmas was the name of the band.
I think it was Jim Hopper, I believe, the drummer from Steely Dan.
Jim Hopper? That's
Hopper,
the character in Stranger Things.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah. Same name?
Jim Hopper.
I think that was his name. I'll have to look it up. But
behind the scenes action this morning. Yes, Christy deep-throated the sausage pancake.
And by the way, Christy,
yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was quite a sight.
I was not involved in that. I will not be part of the lawsuit.
Go ahead, sue me. I got nothing.
I know. I write your check.
Tom had trouble opening the cream for his coffee during the break.
That's because someone stole my scissors. I have the kitchen scissors in there.
I can't open the cream for my coffee. Cream for my coffee. And you're insane. Insane is better.
That's not a vein.
Al Jackson turned 45 yesterday. We had a song from Beyonce that has the word yak in it. It's short for cognac. That was explained to Tom.
There's a whole lot of people in the house trying to smoke with the yak in your mouth.
That's her brand new hit from her new, very anticipated album that comes out July 29th.
I guess.
We'll be.
No, it is.
We'll be back tomorrow, except Josh, he's taking another well-deserved day off.
Yeah.
Suck it!
You're here, 5 days in a row? Yes. Not in a row. I forgot there was a weekend in there. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because you're not playing me.
With rapid-fire takes.
Y'all went from the Super Bowl straight to the toilet bowl. He's not over the NFL. The NFL is over him.
Scorching debates.
All the good, all the bad, all the ups, all the downs.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Sorry for what I said because it was appropriate when I said it, but I can't say it anymore, dude. You are killing the game.
The Jim Rome Show podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.